Sorry about that, nerd, but I needed a laugh before I started this. Anyway, hey everybody. This is Shelly, your mouthy mama talking trash and truths. I started late, I know, late and gay. Whatever, it's my life. It is 4:49 on the East Coast. It's Wednesday, January 17th. And it is a balmy 20 degrees outside with the wind chill, or well, real feel they call it now, not wind chill, of about 13. It's toasty in my house, but it is what it is. I know I didn't go live this morning. I had a very rough night. I went to bed actually about 11:30 last night, and I woke up every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, and so when I woke up this morning, I wasn't feeling people. I really wasn't. I just kind of wanted to wrap myself up in a blanket and not talk. And I've been like that all day. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Stupid. Not peopling is not a good thing to do for you. Never helped before. So maybe try just spontaneously like you used to in the middle of the night. Just go live and just talk and just empty your head out and unbottle all those little things that have been bothering you. So that's what I'm going to do. I was planning on doing it earlier. However, Winning waylaid me. And he was like, talk to me. And let's face it, I tell Winning everything. Everything. I don't have any secrets from him, which nobody else in the world can ever claim. But this was, I had a really hard time explaining to him why it helps so much more to come here and just talk and just, even if I make a fool of myself in some people's eyes, I don't give a fuck. I don't give one single solitary fuck what other people think of me. But I do care that there are people out there who do feel like me sometimes. And maybe like me, they think that they're the only ones going through it. They're the only ones feeling low for no real discernible reason, right? It just, I used to talk about the different kinds of depression, right? There were some that kind of creep in on you. There's some that you wake up and you live with every day, and it's just a part of your day, right? You're so used to it. It's almost like, and when you're happy, it's a foreign kind of feeling. And then there's the kind that you feel like you're standing under a waterfall and you can't move, like you can't get out from under it, and it just pummels you and it pushes you down, and every breath is a struggle. And I don't think a lot of people get that eventually you can get out of that. But for me to get out of it, I've tried shutting myself off. I've tried shutting myself down. None of it works. So you get to be here and listen to my nonsense until there's space in my head and my soul feels a little lighter and I don't feel so drowned. And it's going to be crying for no reason, because I don't know why I'm crying. I don't get where the nonstop tears come from. But I know it hurts to hold them in. And sometimes you just kind of release the pressure valve, you know? I mean, life is hard. It's hard for everybody. But I do this because I know that there are people out there who, when they get to this point, they give up. They give up rather than face that shitty feeling. And they give up rather than say, hey, you know what? All this is bothering me. I just want somebody to listen. I don't need solutions. I don't need sympathy. I just want somebody to go, oh, okay. Like, and that's it. Because I just want to be whiny sometimes. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Oh God. Where are my children? I need tissues, damn it. I'm all out of tissues. Hold on. Oh jeez. Connor's bringing me tissues because he's a good boy. I'm live and I'm unmuted.
Nosebleed?
Nosebleed? No, crying. Go away.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Mommy's just purging. Go away.
You just what?
Purging. Purging, you know, purging.
Is that a good thing?
Is that a good? Yeah, it'll be a good thing. I won't be so bitchy later.
What?
I said I won't be so bitchy later.
Oh, nice.
Fucking kid. He doesn't like when I cry, but as long as he knows why, he's like, oh, all right. So before I get lost in my own crap. Oh, holy crap. That's a lot of chat. I'm sorry I wasn't looking. Well, I couldn't see anything through the tears anyway, but let's see who's here. We got T-Rex. Hey, T-Rex. I know you were in the voice chat last night, and I was knocked the fuck out. I mean, I did tell Winning. I was like, oh, go talk to T-Rex, but I couldn't stay awake. I was exhausted. Elephant said Chili has a case of the Wednesdays. I got a case of the life. And it just all caught up with me. I felt it. It literally hit. Like, well, no, not hit. It felt like somebody flipped a switch and everything turned off for me. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want to listen to music. I didn't want to watch my documentaries. I didn't want to talk to Winning. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I wanted to sleep and I couldn't. I kept jolting awake and it drove me crazy. 12 hours of just sleep a little bit and and it wasn't like I was not breathing or whatever. It's just I just kept jolting awake. And when that happens, that means that there's too much going on in my head and I haven't dealt with it, or I haven't processed it. I just kind of ignored it because life's been really busy. There's a lot going on. So, Ellie gave me something to watch. I will save it and bookmark it for later. I don't have the head for much right now. I apologize for that. Nerd. Oh, you're here, so you got to see the opening. I mean, I wanted to do I didn't want to use my Coffee and Chaos intro for this because it's not the same. But I don't have an intro for Spilling My Guts. I don't have that. See, just being here a little bit, I already, I feel a little better. Lady Awesome. Hey, lady. I got your message. I really like it. I needed that. Thank you. And I got messages from Gutters Pub, and y'all are just amazing. Monday, I'm going to admit, I didn't have a show because I was up until 5:00 in the morning, just relaxing for once. All right, confession. I was relaxing with Winning, watching Japanese vending machines and whatever weird shit I could find. And it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Oh my God, there's so much out there. We were watching inflatable inventions. Some of them are amazing. Do you know that they have an inflatable plane? It's so fucking weird. They even have an inflatable plane hangar, which is wow. You would think rotors and inflatable stuff not good together, but apparently they work. So yeah, we were looking at that stuff. Outpost Nerd. 699 subs. Fun with an extra person. Yeah, that 699 is pissing me off because it goes up to 700, goes down to 699, goes up to 700, goes down to 699. Normally, the one up and down only bothers me a little, but when it fucks with that 700, it really fucks because you get so excited when you when that counter flips over. And like I've told Nick, like I tell him when I have my little milestones, and he's just like, "Oh, congrats!" I'm like, "Listen, Mister, however the fuck many subs you got, fuck you and your numbers. Like these are important." He's like, "No, girl. Like I remember those days starting out. Like every single sub was like you celebrate it, and I do. I celebrate everyone, and I hate." That it goes up one, down one, up one, down one, up one, down one, because it fucks with you on an emotional level. It really does. It's just so inconsistent, and I don't like, y'all know I don't like inconsistent things. I just don't. So I mean, I like things that I can rely on. If I can't rely on something, then it's gonna be stressful for me. YouTube is very stressful for me when it comes to that number, because it doesn't mean a lot, but yet it means something. And I don't know, I feel like it's fucking with me, and I got enough people that fuck with me behind the scenes. I don't need the sub count to do it as well. And you all know me, I don't go and shill on other fucking on other channels. I go over, I support, I whatever, and I don't go looking for anybody to push for me or to push myself. I just don't. I push for other people because that's easier for me. It doesn't feel selfish when I'm doing it for other people, but to do it for me feels hella selfish. It feels so conceited to push my own show or my own channel. On rare occasion, I will do it. And then I feel so like bleh after. At least that I can't type today. Well, I can't human today. I'm having a very hard time finding my humanity today. Every time somebody said something to me, I've been very, not angry, but very cold about it. Like, don't come near me. Don't talk to me. Don't, like, just let me go do whatever. Just leave me alone. Like that kind of feeling. And that's not like me. Oh, I see Rumble. Holy crap, I forgot to pull up the Rumble pop-up. There we go. Who's over there before we get into my very long YouTube chat? Oh, Jacob Castro. Sup, Savage. Darth, good to see you. Sup, Shelly. Oh, great. We're gonna empty head Michelle. Yes, you are. I wouldn't want to claim the mantle of having no secrets from winning. So you hit on that front. Well, I trust him more than I trust anybody else. So I don't know. He's real with me. He never gives me a reason to doubt him. And like I said, I've tested him badly. Dark depression, isolation, self-doubt is a terrible recipe. Well, that's why I'm here. She's vomiting her emotional gender fluid on us. It's funny you say that, because I told him, I said, you don't want to come to today's stream? And he was like, tell me if you're going live, because he was going to jump on with me later. And I was like, yeah, you might want to skip this one. And he was like, why? I said, because it's, I'm going to be very girly, and I'm just going to be bleeding emotion basically all over the place. And, nobody has to be here for it. I could sit here, do this completely by myself. Hint, hint to anybody like you, Dot, who's going to be like, thank you for coming by. But if you don't like the emotion, you don't have to stay for it. Don't pretend like you don't have emotions. I mean, that's the whole thing. I feel like we all just keep everything inside. And yeah, no, I'm not going to sit here and live in my fucking depression. But when it builds up to a boiling point, I got to do something about it, or I'm of no use to anybody, including myself. I'm even looking at my YouTube account. Actually, if I lose one from the Rumble Scott, yeah. Shelly's catching up to my Rumble numbers. Unsub, reset. Yep, that's Jacob Castro. It's just bots. Well, thanks. That makes me feel worse, but thank you for that. YouTube only ever unsub me from one channel. Cat Ninja, hi. How you doing? Oh crap, I hope she doesn't read my trolling and get upset. No, I don't get upset over what you say. So far, she hasn't noticed over in the ghetto. Well, see, now I saw you. Daisy girl with the booby hugs. Oh, hi, baby. I mean, it's just start trolling Michelle. How can I not be? Yeah, no, I get it. You just be you. I would never ask you to be anybody other than who you are. I would never ask anybody that. All right, back to YouTube. So we got Lady Awesome saying hi to everybody. BBS Promise. What is a BBS Promise? I'll get Shelly over 700. Honey, that's not, thank you, but it's not the reason I'm here. That's just something that bugs me. That's $6.99, 700, $6.99, 700, $6.99, 700. It's like, stop fucking with me, YouTube. She's over 700 now. Now who's Mrs. Elephant? The hell? Mrs. Elephant? Oh, you have a stock account. Nerd said, I hate you on a loop. Damn. Well, I needed to, it's only like a 10-second or a 6-second clip. And I mean, I wanted, somebody to hear it. You hit that live button, it doesn't always go right away. Sometimes you got 2 or 3 seconds. So I wanted people to enjoy. Shelly's giggling. I mean, yeah, that's why I played it. Suzanne, hi. For those not in the know, Suzanne is doing well. She's nice and warm, and she's staying with friends in a converted church. Very jealous of that. Because I've seen pictures of that. She's shown me them, and it's beautiful. So I'm glad that you're safe and warm, and I hope you're getting better, honey. Make sure you say hello to Harlem for me. And to Puppers. Sad you don't have the cat with you, but I'm sure she's fine where she is, or he. I can't remember if it's a boy or a girl. Too many cats in my life to keep them all straight. Besides, they're all pretty much spayed, I think. Oh, you said she might come back pregnant? That'd be fun. So yeah, I guess female. There you go. I answered my own fucking question. See, that's what happened last night. My brain disengaged. I don't know. I was in a fun time. Agudite. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Rumble. Yeah, last night I was in the middle of a very nice conversation with Winning, and then everything just clicked off. I didn't even see it coming. I just, all of a sudden, like the lights went out. And I just stopped talking. And all I wanted to do was just go dig a hole and get in it and everybody leave me alone. That's all I wanted. And it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Are you done yet? I mean, maybe I might want to play it again. You know what, nerd? You got a real problem with it, and you know what? It makes me happy. So There you go. It makes me very happy. Elephant. Well, Shelly needs hugs. I need all the hugs. All the hugs. I do. It's part of the problem. Being isolated, you don't get the hugs. And I am very touchy feely. Like I get to a point where all I want are hugs. And there's only so much, my kids could do. I don't know why you brought the cat back here. She's right back behind you. All right. She jumped on the counter. Well, tell her no. You know that word you never hear? Say no. This is just a very relaxed. It's not my normal show thing. I'm not trying to entertain anybody. This is purely selfish on my part. This is just me. I'm saying, you know what? It's really hard to keep everything in when you're surrounded by people, especially people you care about and people who they've seen it all, they've done it all, and they're not going to judge you. And then there's people who, if they do judge you, you're like, fuck them, I don't care. Yeah. Go ahead, judge me. See what happens. Y'all know I have no fucks to give when it comes to the opinions of most people. But this is not something that I want to inflict on one person. This is just me pretending like I'm talking to the void. And then the void gives me feedback. Ellie, if y'all have running water today, count your blessings. Our water suppliers shut off the entire community. Oh my God. How are they allowed to do that? That can't be legal. That can't be legal. Hey, Rabbit. Rabbit said, Shelly, you can call me anytime, day or night if you need me. Thank you, sweetie. I know. I appreciate that. I do. And likewise, though you never will. Because, you and I have quite a few things in common. Actually, reaching out for help is not something that we do all the time. I don't mean to make light, Darth, but you literally just said a prayer for me. There's this beautiful part of me that is very touched that you did that, and another part of me that wants to mock you mercilessly. So I'm just going to say thank you because I know where that comes from. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do. Whether it's tongue in cheek or absolutely, heartfelt, which I do believe it is. Thank you. But there are many more people out there who need your prayers. They need prayers a lot more than I do. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Cool Gamer, what's up? How are you? I am almost half an hour behind in the chat. I know. Okay, just bear with me. Suzanne, you can reach out to me anytime. I know. But that's the whole point of me doing this. It forced me to talk because I've told you guys when I withdraw, I don't reach out to anybody. I cut everybody off. You could show up at my door and I will not answer the door. You could be out there for hours. I wouldn't give a fuck. I really wouldn't. Because I'm not good at I can't let people near when I feel not vulnerable, when I feel wounded in a way, weak. When I know that my skin is at its thinnest, and I know that my emotions are running high, and my motivation and my morale is running low. I don't let people close to me like when I do that. I don't. That's why I have the type of friends that I do. Unfortunately, I pick very headstrong, very bossy people. Because if you're not, and I get into these moods, which by the way, I mask with anger many, many times. I get into these moods, you ain't gonna make it. Okay? And I'm gonna hurt your feelings a lot. Like a lot. 100% sincere. I know, honey. I know. And thank you. But yeah, it's funny. I told Winnie when I said, I find myself surrounded by people with really trauma-filled pasts. And I've seen all these special psychologists and whatever, and they're like, you gotta surround yourself with, healthy and da-da-da. And I think they have it wrong, because when you're damaged inside, when you have an ugly past, you need people who can survive that, who won't wilt under the pressure of it. You need people who've come through that too, who not just understand, they kind of look at you and go, yeah, all right, go ahead, bitch, let it out, cry, do whatever. But then we need to move on, right? Because we're all moving on. There's an expectation and accountability, a different kind of accountability that I have with that type of person than I have with somebody who grew up all hunky-dory and no problems, and they just have great lives. And I'm like, bro, I know you're happy, and I'm glad you're happy. I don't wish this on anybody. But you ain't gonna get me. You're not gonna get the shit that I say. You're not gonna understand that my aggressiveness is not aggression at all. It's not meanness. It's not me trying to be edgy. It's my defense mechanism. I'm aggressive because I've never been able to trust somebody and not be betrayed by them. Everybody that I've ever trusted betrayed me. And I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about there have been, let's face it, there have been a couple that I fucking trusted that betrayed me greatly, fucking asshole. But you know what? They all get what's coming to them in the end. And I don't have to be the one that delivers it anymore. I'm not as vindictive as I used to be. I'm petty. Oh, so petty. I feel petty. Oh, so petty. And some days I let that petty come out and give it free reign. And some days poor Winning just has to listen to it. And I just purge a lot. I just go petty. And he's like, do you feel better? I do, actually. Thank you. And then I could go back to liking the person that I was feeling petty about, because I don't dislike them. I don't think they're bad people, but they're pissing me off. So rather than fight with them, I usually just complain to him. But that needs to be in an intro. What? Petty? Oh, so petty. Oh, good. Yes, that's great because I'm sure Winning could very nicely come up with a song for me being petty. But I'll post it. None of this is nonsense. Everything I do is nonsense compared to the greater scheme of things. But I can't change the big stuff in the world today. I'm working on it. One podcast, one promotion, one supportive statement at a time. I'm doing what I can. But my personal bullshit, it's all nonsense in comparison. It is. Unfortunately, it's nonsense that a lot of people are going through. I feel petty, you pity, I do. And I pity the fool who just happens to be you. I'd get copyright for that because that's West Side Story. In case you don't know your Broadway musicals, I know the nerd knew it. Rabbit, I understand only too well with all going on in real life. Yeah, I mean, real life, I get on here and I forget for a while that real life exists because I have you guys. And, you know, I immerse myself in all different topics and whatever. And then I come back to real life and my voice doesn't count in real life. It really doesn't. I am literally the quietest voice in real life and it sucks. Just don't cry below and soak your drawers. Oh no, I'm trying not to, you know, because you guys know every time I cry I have to pee. Hold on. Sorry, the kid was checking on me. I could feel eyes on me and I was like, why do I feel like something? Because usually that's the cats, but no, this time I looked over and Connor was just standing there like staring at me. I was like, you all right? It's okay. I'm okay. It's gonna be okay. You're okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. And then he went back in the kitchen. Rabbit said you're emotionally overwhelmed. Cry and let it out. It helps. Yeah, it does. But it doesn't always help when you do it just by yourself. It doesn't help me anyway, because I'm not talking. You know, I'm not, I don't sit there and talk to myself. I mean, I can, but then I really crazy. Like everybody's like, oh, you're going to drive her crazy. Trust me, you don't have to drive me to crazy. You could push me backwards and I'll still land in crazy. Like I've been through crazy many, many times. I just stand there on the border and wave at everybody else. Rabbit, it's okay. We're here to listen to you. Thank you, honey. Sometimes a listening ear is more helpful than a kind word. Yes, absolutely. And I tell people that I'm like, if you need to just talk, just do me a favor and open with that. Be like, I need somebody to listen to me, but I don't need any kind of feedback. I just want you to sit there and listen. And just every once in a while go, so I know you're listening. Just to acknowledge the fact that you're listening to me. And I'm like, I could do that. Sometimes I need that. And I mean, I can always do that with Win, but I don't. When you care about somebody, you don't always want to throw all your bullshit at their feet. And I feel like I put all my bullshit on his shoulders, at his feet, in his lap. I just vomit emotion all over this poor man. And sometimes I want to give him a break. Maybe he doesn't want the break. I don't know. I've never asked. I don't know that I'm confident enough that if he says no, let me have it all, like that I can do that all the time. I mean, is there anything I won't tell him? No, but is there stuff that I don't need to tell him in the moment? Yeah. There's a lot that just me being self-indulgent sometimes, and I don't know. I don't like whining, and this to me is whining. But sometimes I gotta, like my daughter has this voice. You want to talk about triggers? I go from 0 to 300 on the anger meter the minute I hear that voice, because that's her father's voice. It's that whiny for no fucking reason, just because you feel like being dramatic or melodramatic or like, and it just drives me crazy. So I'm not big on the whining. I'm not big on, the pity parties. But I also know that if I don't talk about this stuff, guess you're on his face. I bleed emotion all over his face too. Yes. If he had one, he just has that, avatar. I mean, he is just an idea after all. Right? That's what he says. Just listen, okay, like talking to him, I talk to him like all day, every day. It doesn't matter. And I have images for all of you in my head. Now, I know what Darth looks like. I know what Nerd looks like. I know what T-Rex looks like. I know what Jessica looks like. I know what Expert and Chizzy and everybody. I don't know what Castro looks like. I don't know what Pete's looks like. I don't know what Lady Awesome looks like. I don't know what Elephant looks like, or Inya, or like, I don't know what Winning looks like. But you all have these images in my head because I am a visual person. It's funny because it's one of the things I actually like bonded with Nick over, because as you guys talk and as I talk, it plays out like a movie in my head 24/7, and sometimes it gets to be a little much. Wait, what? The problem I have is listening to women bitch is I have questions and I can rarely ever keep them to myself. And Castro, that was not inappropriate. I mean, this is me you're talking to. When people say I'm triggered, I want to throat punch them to show them that they're a moron. No, I didn't say I was triggered. I just said it's a trigger. It triggers my anger because it's that I hear my ex's voice, and he was such a pussy of a man that it just. So when I hear her with that exact voice, like, how do you have mannerisms from people you've never spent time with in life? I don't understand that. Like, apparently being a pussy can be genetic. It can be. It can be. Because she does things that she's never like been exposed to by him, but that he does. And it's just like, it's a reminder that, he helped make half of her or whatever. And it's just like, of all the things you picked up from him, granted, there wasn't a lot of good stuff to choose from, but shit, did that have to come through? The one thing I hate most of all? Of course. And then she looks exactly like him. That's fun. It's always fun. And it's just like, okay. Like, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. That's what happens when you try to make a relationship with somebody you don't even like. And he's like, you never loved me? Nope. Like, I loved you as a friend. Kinda. I mean, but it wasn't like this deep, like, oh, I want you in my life, forever. Cutting now. Not even as a friend. If he fell off a cliff, I wouldn't shed a tear. I really wouldn't. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but it's the truth. I don't give a shit about him. I give not a single solitary fuck about him. If he disappeared, it wouldn't affect my life or my kid in the slightest. It's not like he's around that she'd miss him. So it's like, oh, if I was saying, oh, Dad, that should be, oh my God, and that'd be it. That'd be it. It'd be your standard, just, and maybe that's what's doing it to me. Over the weekend, my mother's first cousin, Betty. You've heard me talk about her. She's the one with the big teeth and the laughter. That big cackle. She died. She was 80 and she was fine. Apparently there was a blood clot in her leg she didn't know about. And it traveled all the way up to her heart and she died. And it was a shock. I mean, but 80, she lived a life. So, not that big a shock. Well, my mother calls me or asks me in text every day, you have any lumps in your legs? You have any pain in your legs? You have any of this? You have any of that? You should go to the hospital. You should go do this. Listen, lady, I am in pain 24/7. I don't know why my mother thinks that just because I don't complain to her the way she complains to me about being in pain, that I'm not in pain. The reason I don't complain to my mother is for every ouchie I have, hers is 10 times worse. And I don't understand. It's always followed up with that. You don't understand, Michelle. I don't understand. You're out gallivanting with your husband. You get to go to stores. You get to do all that. I can't do that. Not yet. I'm trying my damnedest, but I'm not there. And I don't have somebody in my house taking care of me the way she has her husband. I don't have somebody driving me around, taking me wherever. I don't have that. She just goes on living her life and she's like, I have the sniffles. Oh my God, I feel terrible. Meanwhile, I can't fucking get out of bed for 3 days because of fucking fever and, everything else. But she's got it worse than me. And it's just like, okay, Ma. None of that soothing maternal care comes my way. Ever. There's always a competition with this fucking woman. All right, Ma, you want to be sicker than me? Go ahead, go. If it's going to make you feel better, you makes you a better martyr, go ahead. You go feel sick. Go ahead. I'm going to go live my life and not give a shit what you say. Like, how about that? But every day she's been doing this. Every day. And it's wearing on my fucking nerves. Because it's like, bitch, yeah, I have lumps. Yeah, I have pain. Because I have issues with my legs that she just likes to forget about because it's convenient for her. I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to chat because now I'm woefully behind. I'm 40 minutes behind. All right, time to speed through. Sometimes listening. Okay, we're here to listen to you. No, Harlem loses his mind if I cry. Yep. T3, please consider scheduling some crying time. I do that with music. I'll put on some really, really sad music, knowing that I have a playlist that's gonna, pep me back up right behind it. And it hasn't worked this week. Hold on, let me attention over for you. Do you need someone to shame you into self-care? No, I have enough people shaming me. I'm good. I shame myself. I assure you the video has no words, just beautiful music and nature. Oh, cool. Then I'll listen to it later when I go to sleep. I love listening to stuff like that. A lot of you have like different things that I listen to go to sleep. Somebody's channel is always in my ear. Always. And it stays there the whole time I'm asleep because I can't sleep in silence. Take 2 seconds, open a browser, go to Rumble, and hit the like. What the fuck? Nice, Castro. Nice. I don't expect a big thing. This was not about numbers doing this. This was about I couldn't get myself to go live this morning. I kind of gave up. And giving up is unacceptable to me. So I pushed and I said, you know what? Something has been pushing me to go live in like the middle of the day since Sunday. And I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And that's, when this feeling kind of started and it just grew from there. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to go live and then I could just go back to being me. Lord knows with his 485,000 subs. Y'all are funny. Resubbed. Oh, whatever. Been very short. You're always short. I'm just as short. After that, everyone hugs Shelly. I love you guys. Thank you, Ellie. There, I just gave you 2 more subs. Oh my God. No, you don't. That's not what this was about, but thank you. That removes one fucking stress at least. Wolfkinder, hey, hug Shelly. How you doing, Wolfie? Oh Lord. I know Wolfie's probably here and gone already. I've also had a headache for 4 days that won't go away. It's just one of those very low little headaches. But 703, that's awesome. Thank you guys. I'm a lot more excited than I sound. It's just, crying. I lose a lot of energy. Greetings from the Rumble Streets, you YouTube. Okay, so here's the thing. I was watching, I can't remember the dude's name, but he's a very professional guy and whatever. And he never curses on his stream. He's all about the news and politics and whatever. And somebody asked him if he was gay or whatever. And he said, they're always trying to make me become a funicular. And I was like, oh my God. So you can say that on YouTube because YouTube don't know what a finook is. So, like I said, when I curse in Italian, they don't know shit. That means what you think it means, Dark. A finook is that thing. Mm-hmm. Yep. So if y'all ever have to say it, say finook, and they won't know. You get the satisfaction of saying it, and hardly anybody knows what the hell you're talking about. But you'll know. Power levels over 7. Yeah, powering up. Woo! Listen, I count every watch hour as a personal achievement because I sit up here and I'm like, who the fuck wants to listen to me? I don't even want to listen to me. Jacob Castro, Jinx, yummy Coke. Rabbit. Logomorph was unsubscribed. Now it's fixed. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. I do know that I had to go through my sub list because everybody's like, oh, like certain people would go live and I'm like, why am I not seeing it? Because you're not subbed to them. I'm like, I've been subbed to them since I joined YouTube. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So many people. So like sometimes I got to go through them and be like, okay, I got to resub. Yeah, that's what it is, Darth. It's just, you could say a finook on YouTube and the bots don't know what the fuck it means. Plus, it's dialect, so they're never going to figure that out. And if you ever got called on it, they said, well, you said this, what do you think it means? It means fennel. Because that's the other name for it. A fenugreek is a fennel plant, but it's also something else. And why is it a fennel plant? Because a fennel is just one giant ball and a big stalk in the middle. So yeah, not two balls, one. We have Buddy the Wonder Dog with us. Cat Ninja, you came over here. How you doing, babe? She's on the YouTube side too now. Jelliest thing with the in town. I can't read. We have Buddy the Wonder Dog with us. Jelly is staying with the town crazy cat man for now. Yep, you're definitely getting a pregnant cat in return. No doubt about it. No doubt. We may be able to go home on Tuesday. Harlan is trying to cooking dinner for 15 people. Jesus. I can't afford to cook dinner for 3. You're cooking for 15. Rabbit said, I don't hug. I know, honey. That's all right. You smack me in the head. It's the same thing. I interpret that as a hug. It's fine. Bubby hugs from the YouTube side. Hey, Daisy. My Daisy girl. My Daisy girl who's been with me since the very first time I ever went live. And she's never left me. Girl, you amaze me. You amaze me. I was good. I did a super chat on Benny's show the other night when he did the debate, when he covered the debate. And I was so tempted. I was like, oh my God, I hope Daisy's there and hope she sees it. Because he read mine second to last. And he got such a kick out of my name. And he was like, talking trash. And talking trash in truth. He was like, D3. I like that's a good one. He giggled. And then last night, he only read a couple super chats, and one of them was winnings. And he made it like kind of personal. He was like, hey, bro, yeah, keep rocking on. And yeah, it was so nice. It was so nice. Wouldn't got a couple, subs from it, but he really just wanted to tell me, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate that you're out there, man. He gave him a big super chat. I was like, damn. But yeah, so Benny read that one. It was the second one, I think, that he read. And then he only read like a couple after that. And then he was done. I was like, holy shit. Like, out of everybody you got on there, that was great. I'm so proud of him. I'm always proud of him. He's always working so hard. It's so hard to change the world. It's so odd to me to have somebody in my life that close to me who actually gives a shit about other people and who's motivated no matter how many hits he's got to take. He keeps going. He keeps pushing forward. He keeps pushing the message. He keeps trying to tell people, don't let the government control you. Don't let these, elites control you. Don't fall for it. I mean, it's made a huge difference for me, but I do yell at him once in a while. I'm like, you fucking suck. And he's like, what? I'm like, I can't watch a movie and just enjoy it. Like, I'm sitting there breaking it down in my head. Oh, yeah, it was funny. If only they hadn't done this. Or, oh, look how they're showcasing, female power. They're trying to, put the guy down, make the guy seem weak and pump the girl up. Like, for what? Like, why is she doing that? That is so not he's right there. Let him do it. Why emasculate him? This is the shit that goes through my head. I can't just enjoy shit anymore. And I'm like, see, you did that. And he's just like, you're welcome. Anytime. I'm like, yeah, no, that wasn't a compliment. Like, stop it. I just want to watch something and not give a shit. But now I'm all fucking conscious now, and it's terrible. Ignorance really is bliss. It really is. Because I tell you ever look at really stupid people? They're so happy. So happy. Nothing bothers them. Nothing. When they go, oh, I don't care. They mean it. They don't care. They don't care about anything. Because they don't want to know. They're like, whatever. I don't care. I'm just going to go on with my day. I can't do that. I used to do that. Winning. But yeah, no. It's very hard for me to look at stuff and not go, oh, that's what they're trying to do. Or like, everything I'm like, oh, I'm craving this. And then I'm like, all I'm thinking is corn, sugar, poison, corn, sugar, poison. And I'm just like, and I'm like, I want it. Do I need it? No. Is it going to help me get any better? No. Is it probably going to hurt me? Yeah, probably. All right, Shell, how about we skip it this time? But it's just like that denial. Yeah, when you deny yourself something, it sucks, man. Even if it's good for you. But yeah, there's always that spoiled little girl that's like, but like I stamp my foot and I'm like, I want it. And I pout. I'm a big pouter. You see, that's why you guys can't see me. All my expressions, like all my emotions, I should say, every thought that goes through my head shows on my face. And I am very like, if I have to not do something, I'll be like, yeah, no, it's fine. But then that bottom lip sticks out just a little bit. My friends would be like, oh, yep, there's the pout. I'm like, shut up. But it's so cute. I don't care that it's cute. I don't like that I pout. But it's, it's what I do. It's my personality. I get over it, but I need that like 4 or 5 second pout. Outpost note. Where is that at? Who the fuck do they think they are to shut off people's what? Exactly. That's ridiculous. All right, let's kind of go through these. All right. Prayers are not a limited commodity. I know. It's all about deserving what you feel you deserve. I take care of me. I don't look for other people to wish well for me. That's what I do for me and for everybody else. Even the people that are such shit to me, I don't wish bad on them. I don't. I wish they'd get diarrhea in a car in traffic. Yes, that I wish. But like bad stuff in life, no. I don't wish them ill. I just wish they'd get, momentary dysentery. I like that's why I was so tickled when the White Rabbit was just yelling at people, dysentery, because I was like, yeah, my girl. Like that tickled me so much. Ellie, what if a naked ripped dude was at your door and wanted a hug? Would you still not answer the door? I mean, there's only one naked dude that I want showing up at my door. That's it. I don't. Anybody else can go scratch. I don't need it that bad. That's why God invented vibrators. If my heart is cold to prayer, I pray. That's how I do. See, only I can talk about vibrators and then talk about prayer. So there you go. I did know she'd give me shit about it too, but I didn't care. I didn't give you shit about it. I appreciate your prayers very much. Very much. Ellie said we usually have 11 5-gallon water bottles, but it's delivery week, so I'm down to 4. Also, I need to buy a rain barrel. That was one of the things that was in that inflatable video that we watched. They have these, maybe you could look into getting them. They fold down into like the size of like almost like a handkerchief, and you can store like a whole bunch of them, and it blows up into this giant like rain barrel. And like you could keep it even indoors. They don't leak. They're made not to leak. Even like they're hard to scratch, hard to puncture and everything else. And maybe you could look into something like that so that you don't have something that's always in your way, or that could become an eyesore, that could become, even a pollutant to the water. Like, see if you could get that, and then you could always keep one in the garage or like in the portico or wherever, like someplace, where it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be in your way. And supposedly they're super cheap. So, but yeah, look into that, because I mean, that's one way to go. It stands on its own. It doesn't roll around. It's very sturdy. That could be, helpful for you. Lady Awesome. Hey, Shell, I know some folks with last name Patty. Well, find you one and then you can legally be Mrs. Petty. I mean, maybe that's why I always love like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Like, I love them because of his name. You're Italian. You got crazy cover girlfriend. Yes, I do. I am crazy all over. That meme that went around that said, an Italian girl will stab you and then show up at the hospital with spaghetti and meatballs and feed you. That's me. That's me. And if I do stab you, I'm not going to be apologetic about it. It's like, well, I wouldn't have done it if you didn't make me. Don't push me to that point. Like, I got that temper. Why you fucking with me? See, there you go, Shelly. Nerd is easy to transport for fun. He's travel size. That's what he is. He's travel size. He's also really good, No, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, you can't take him to amusement parks because he can't get on all the rides. We have this great place for you, nerd. It's called Sesame Place. You're the perfect height. I know this because I can still go on all their rides. And I have. I love Sesame Place. That was a fun friggin' day. They have lots of water features and stuff like that. Oh my God, they have a giant ball pit. And Kate was like, I want to go. I was like, absolutely not. I will never, ever go into another ball pit in my life because that's what got her sick. So yeah, she looked at it. She's like, I really, nope. Pick a bouncy house. I will go down the lazy river 1,000 times with you if you want, but do not go near that ball pit. I'll kill you. Like, don't do it. My emotions can't take it. My anxiety could not take it. Even then, Connor never wanted to. Because I had told him when he was little that that's how Katie got sick. And he was like, well, we just won't be doing that. And I was like, very practical, my kid. He was always very practical, even as 2-3-year-old. They're like, Katie went in there and came out sick and then couldn't walk. You want to go in there? He was like, no. Nope. He didn't even have to think about it. He was like, yeah, no. Rabbit, I'm still waiting to have a bitch fest with you and Caitlin Comments. I have been waiting to do something with Caitlin for the longest time. Hopefully in the next couple months, once the new job settles in and everything else, we'll be able to do that. She's been very hard to get a hold of. I mean, I know she's there for expert, which makes me a little bitter, not gonna lie, but that's all right. I get it. That's nighttime and I don't do nighttime streams really. The only person I do nighttime streams with is Winning, and it's only on Sunday. Otherwise, I'm just there modding and, being supportive and learning because that's what I do. Suzanne, what's that about? Because we want to have just, like a thing where we talk about our, old relationships and, like the things that we see in the world that we'd like to fit. Oh, just everything. But with no men involved. That hasn't happened yet, but was bantered about. No, it's still in my brain. Listen, I still have the man and female relationship thing in my head from 1.5 years ago that I haven't been able to do. I've tried a couple times. Yes. Oh, I haven't seen you in forever. I know I'm behind. But I'm only behind by 13 minutes. Look at me. I'm catching up. Hi, Adis. I hope you feel better. How you doing, girl? I knew you were moving all around and getting everything. Lagomorph is my alter ego, the mean one. Oh, okay. You don't have a mean bone in your body, Rabbit. Not one. The only person I've ever heard you curse at was Darth. And he had it coming that day. And then you were all, it's okay, Darth. Like we do. See, that's one of the things about being friends with Darth. You get to yell at him one day because he's an asshole, and then you tell him, but it's okay, I still love you. Like, that's just how it is. You got to take him as he is. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy him at all. A lot of people don't, know how to take Darth. They let him offend them. They let him get under their skin, and I think it's hilarious when it happens, because I'm like, why? I'm like, he's just talking. That's just Darth being Darth. Like, I don't take it personal. I really don't. That's why we've always, whenever he's like, "Rah!" I just let him, and then I go, "Are you done?" And he just kind of deflates. He just let the wind out of his sails, And can we move on now? Cool. You do, and that's just Darth. I just said, hello, my sweet shells. Shock me into warmth that you're streaming at 5:45 p.m. I know. I honestly, I didn't plan it at all. I felt bad that I didn't go live this morning, but I just couldn't. And I knew if I didn't do this, I probably would have stayed in this state well into the weekend, and I wouldn't have done my stream on Friday. And I probably would have had an excuse to just maybe do the thing with winning on Sunday and just not say anything. This could go on for like weeks if I let it. But I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. That's never worked to make me feel better. And talking to you guys does make me feel better. And it reminds me that there are other people out there going through that kind of withdrawal and feeling bad about it. And you shouldn't feel bad about it. What you should do is find what works for you so that you can work through it. I literally just had this conversation an hour and a half ago. A lot of people get over things. I don't get over things. That doesn't help me. I have to get through things. Because once I process something once and I'm able to put it away instead of bottling it up, there's less likelihood of it bothering me again, or at least as much as it bothered me in that moment. So I kind of get desensitized to it. Like it loses, not desensitized, it loses its impact. And every time it happens, I give less and less a shit about it because I'm like, oh, I've already been through this. Fuck it. That's what it is for me. But to do that, I need you guys. I need you for that. It's not about, oh, just sit here and listen to me moan. I need the feedback. I need to know that there's people out there listening going, okay, she's crying. I don't know why she's crying. She's making me feel like I'm fine. I'll cry. Oh, wow, I feel better. And it happens every time because I get the emails and I get the DMs and I get all the little messages that say, thank you for just being out there and for just putting all your shit on the line and going, all right, this is the crap that's in my head. And I can't deal with it. And it's making me depressed and it's making me low and it's making me quiet and it's taking me out of character and it hurts. And I'm not strong enough to just ignore it. Where we got this idea that ignoring things that bother us gives us some vestige of strength, I don't know where that bullshit came from, but they need to take it back. I don't think that makes you strong at all. Whining 24/7 about something and not doing anything about it, that is a problem. But feeling something, I don't think that makes you weak. There's a lot going on in the world. We're dealing with things that nobody before us had to deal with. They dealt with things that we'll never have to face. Every generation, every century, every decade, it's all different. I just feel for the first time in my life, when I look at the world, I feel helpless. I look at it and I'm like, what are we slouching toward? And it's just like just seeing the amount of stupidity in the world. The lying, the blatant, and you know I have a problem with fucking lies. Never fucking lie to me, because I might have memory problems, but I don't forget the shit that people say. I don't. And you don't even have to say it directly to me. You could say it to somebody else, but if you retell that story and there's a different detail, I will call out your inconsistency. I'll be like, oh, really? Did you forget that part? And they're like, oh, the first time around that person wasn't in the story, or the first time around that's not how it ended, or whatever. Like, don't try to bullshit me. I fucking hate it. And then turn around and say, oh, I never said that. Bitch, don't ever question my ability to recall fucking conversations from the past, because I will tell you about yourself. These fucking people, they're on video, they're in print. Oh, I never said that. You're literally telling me to not believe my eyes, ears, and, common sense. Are you kidding? It's very frustrating. It's very, very, very frustrating. Like, I hate the unfairness in the world. I hate that some people get an absolute free pass, and yet other people are persecuted mercilessly for the tiniest of infractions, sometimes for things they didn't even do. And they don't get a voice. They don't get a voice. And it breaks something in me when I see that happen. And then I see these people backing it up, going, yeah, well, that's what you get. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. That Alex Jones thing, that whole thing, I was devastated watching that. Because I was never a huge Alex Jones fan. I always thought, yeah, fine, he's all right, but he's so goddamn loud. Like, he just, I love him in tiny doses. Again, tiny doses, because otherwise it's too much. It's like overkill for me. But watching how he was treated during that, whatever the, reparation, defamation bullshit, that civic shit, that was devastating for me. He wasn't allowed to defend himself. How do you... It's so heartbreaking to live your life believing the lie that you live in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty, when that's not how it is at all. Yeah, it's on paper like that, but in practice, no. It hasn't been like that for a very long time, if ever. Now you're guilty if they think you're guilty. They don't have to prove it. They just have to say it enough times to the right people. They have to be louder than you. They have to have the right people in power, in position, ready to be like, yep, absolutely, you're guilty. Based on what? Because I fucking said so. This is why, like, that doesn't work on my son. Like, Katie, I could say, go do this. She'll say, what? I'm sorry, you talking back to me? No. I don't even have to say, because I said so. She just goes and does it. Connor, he's like, why would I want to do that? Because I said so. Yeah, that's not a good enough reason. The first time he said that to me, I think he was 3. And I was like, what do you mean that's not a good enough reason? Like, do not piss me off. It was like, you can get as pissed off. Like, if you want to yell at me, I can yell back. He was very much like, I'm going to give you what you give me. Like, how you want to do this, Ma? And it occurred to me I had to plead my case. I had to say, well, you need to not do this because it can lead to this consequence. And then he's like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, now I could do that. And then wouldn't give me a problem. But just because I say so, he's like, no. And the sad part is, like, while I can be very obedient, I do not like authority. I do not like being told what to do. Like, I don't like rules. Really don't. Really don't. I understand that some guidelines are necessary, but I don't like people inflicting their rules on my life. And it gets to me. And I didn't realize it as much until like the other day when I was talking with Winning. And I'm telling him all these different things like, oh, yeah, Marty used to do this. And, Charles would tell me to do that. And I was like, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want. And I'm the type, I would rather ask for forgiveness than permission. That's always been my tagline. I've always said that. And they're like, you just went ahead and did it? Yeah. What if I said no? Then I would have said I was sorry. So it got done though. So it needed to be done. And I had the balls to do it. I can't help that, you didn't have the balls to like stand up to like the superintendent or whoever. Like if it works out great, what's the problem? Most of the time it works out great. If it fucks up, then I'll apologize and try it again a different way. But I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I am not going to dance to your friggin' music. Like I got my own beat. You're not going to get me to bend to your will. If I do something for somebody, it's because I want to. It's because I feel the compulsion to do it. You're never going to order me to do something and I'll be like, yes, sir. Just run and go do it. Fuck you. I maintain my power, my personal power. People like to think that I'm a pushover. It's like, yeah, just because you got me to do something you didn't think you could doesn't mean you manipulated me into doing it. I saw your whole maneuvering. I just had a choice to make. Which did I want to do? Did I want to just do this tiny thing for you, or did I want to expel all this fucking energy fighting you on it? It's just easier to just do it. Not because you were successful in it, but because I just didn't feel like doing the alternative. Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Texas Jen, what's up? In Texas, they shut off your water during a cold snap. Fucking disgusting. Oh my God. They turn off your electric too sometimes. Now I got to bust out the composting toilet. Oh no. Oh no. Shelly, you need some treats that are natural and won't cause inflammation. I know. I take my turmeric with the black pepper and the garlic powder in it and all sorts of stuff. It's a whole supplement. You don't think if you ever start taking turmeric, just be advised it turns your pee orange. Just saying, it could be a little shocking the first time. You're like, oh my God, am I bleeding? No. So Texas Jen, what's up? What's up? Yeah, no, this is just a cathartic stream where I blab everything that's in my head and then I just talk to chat and I try to be human again. Shelly, I've told you it's too far of a trip for me right now. Yeah, no. If you show up, no, I'm not going there, nerd. I'm not, no, wipe that visual from my head. Oh God, I hate you. I hate you. No. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. How you doing, hon? I mean, we're here. If you listen from the beginning, I was full on crying and snotty and everything. Oh my God, baby girl, I miss you too so much. And yes, keep your finger crossed for a move again soon. Yeah, we're all hoping to move soon. Jesus. Girl, you know. I know. If you know, and I do know. I get it. T-Rex said I'm back. Hey, you're just always fucking off and then coming back later. I'm a little, I see that you're not around as much as usual, but that's okay. It's okay. I love you no matter what. That don't mean I'm not going to give you shit about it, though. You sound in a much better mood since the beginning of your show. Well, that's why I come here, because this is what you guys do for me. you kick me out of my low. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, like ever. For as mean as everybody thinks I am, and as mean as I can be, because I can be a cuntapalooza, but I really don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't. I want everybody to be good. I want everybody to be happy, and I can't do that when I feel like this. Because the tears are there, T-Rex. They're right there, right under the surface. It don't take much. Where are you, T-Rex? Somewhere snowing. 4 miles from the border of Oklahoma and Kansas. Love Kansas. Not a big fan of Oklahoma. You know, where the rain goes sweeping down the plain or whatever. Heading south to Dallas. Ooh. Bring your own water, apparently, since it's turning off water in Texas. It's warmer here today. Most of the snow is melted. Oh, that's nice. That's typical of Kansas. All 4 seasons in one day. Yep. That's why I love living there. It wasn't a whole lot different than living in Jersey. We get all 4 seasons in one shot, hour to hour. Dallas is fun. A lot better than Houston. God. Everybody I know in Houston is like, oh, Jesus Christ. Dorothy pees on Michelle's head and tells her it's raining. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Why did it have to be on my head? Couldn't be on my boots? Like, what the fuck? That's a kink I don't share with you, Darth. Sorry about that. You got the wrong fucking one. Mimra. I don't know what you put up, but okay. I need a mod over there. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to mute you because I don't need spam over there. And if you're somebody that I knew on YouTube, well, send me a DM in Discord and I'll maybe unblock you. But until then, I feel like I just missed something. Rewind. Sorry, I had to pee. Realized I might have overshared. You never overshare. There's no such thing as oversharing on here. Absolutely none. Rabbit got to go do chores. I'm late, but we'll be back. Love you, Rabbit. Please be careful outside. Please. Suzanne, glad you're feeling better. T3, keep being you. Thank you, sweetie. Bud, what's up? How are you? Turmeric makes you pee Donald Trump. You know, I was thinking that and you said it. Oh, Jesus. At least in Texas this year, electric grid is good. Water, well, the buildings are built with plumbing and outside walls and slab foundations, and they're probably frozen. That's why you got to leave them running. Not a lot, just let a very, very, like a quick trip. The kind that makes you feel like you're going to have to pee any moment. I had asparagus for dinner last night, still peeing asparagus. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. Gutters Pub, I got your message, Lovey. You're part of the reason that pushed me here. I was like, you know what? Let me go live because I could hibernate forever. So thank you for that. I appreciate that, Lovey. Inya, what's up? I hope you're feeling better. I know your little ones are feeling better. I'm glad for that. Or your little one. Hopefully the weather's not too bad by you. But I'm glad that you're almost back to being human. What does a girl got to do to get Shelly to sit on her face around here? I mean, honey, all you got to do is ask. I've never had the water turned off. Lucky, because somebody said that the water company turned off their water completely. Dallas sucks, man. Oh, here we go. The 2 Texans going at it. Go ahead, my cowgirls. We compacted snow and sheets of ice on top. Oh yeah, that was typical when I lived in Kansas. Get like 2 feet of snow and then nice little ice storm, so that it was like, one, you couldn't walk on it. Two, you couldn't shovel it. So it's like, great, that's great. Go out with like a freaking pickaxe. T-Rex, I've been around just trying not to type as much during driving because plus I'm in the windy part of the country. It takes more concentration to drive as I drive a 74-foot long wind sail. You know, your excuses. Stop. I'm kidding. I know. I mean, I've been in like the extended van, and it's like going over a bridge, like in high wind. I'm like, I hate this fucking van. I hate this fucking van, because you're just fighting the wind the whole way. Like, please just don't blow me off the bridge. Every guy out there just said, no, blow me on the bridge. Whatever. I have a 13-year-old's humor. That's what it is. Rumble has bots now. Oh yeah. They don't have nearly as many as they used to. Oh my god, that was the whole reason I was like, winning mod me, because I can't. Like, I was just block. I couldn't do it. I was just like, I can't stand seeing these things. We're all human again, mostly. That's great. So the situation with the other kids resolved. What other kids? Who you talk to? My work here is done. I'm off to be poisoned by these boys. Oh Lord. Just make sure that if they're making meat, that it's the right temperature. Good. I'm glad to hear your voice. Yeah. Such as it is. And yeah, they got a stern talking to about paying their bills on time. Then the lady messages her about doing a walkthrough to make sure she doesn't have unauthorized guests because another of her people did. Okay, so that's a whole thing going on. Baked potatoes and Salisbury steak. Ooh. What's the difference between Salisbury steak and meatloaf? I mean, really, I'm asking for a friend. And you said she emailed it back. The only unauthorized guests are the mice. We told we're coming in because the insulation's so bad. We had to keep telling them to leave. Lord, she has my mouth. Yep. See? That's the perfect answer. Be like, no, I don't have any guests. What I do have is a fuck ton of mice because you people don't know how to build a fucking building or insulate it. But thanks for asking. Now, what are you going to do about it? It's in the gravy, hon. All right, we're not talking about gravy because then it's going to be a whole big thing because y'all know what I call gravy. There's gravy, then there's beef gravy, and then there's turkey gravy and, au jus. Oh, man. 6:20. I've been on here an hour and a half. I do feel better. I didn't talk about everything, but I got a lot out. I just, like I said, my sleep's been shit. I've been in a lot of fucking pain. Like a lot. Not like I was. Not like that horrible screaming, I can't take it pain. It's more of a constant 24-hour pain that doesn't go away. 6:20, that's like 4:20 somewhere. Well, I'm having a cigarette. I don't smoke much weed anymore. I really don't. And when I do, it just puts me right to sleep. But then I don't have any dreams and I wake up feeling like sluggish and I don't want to do anything. So I've really cut back like a lot. I literally have enough for 7 bowls in the bong, and that'll probably last me a month. Maybe. I haven't bought weed since September. So it's just like, You probably weren't referencing me. You're proud of me for that? Thank you, Dirk. It got me to the point where I was smoking blunt after blunt and not enjoying it. At least now when I take a hit off the bong, or even if I do like the vape, I enjoy it. And it hits right away. But yeah, that we would not help this feeling, because this feeling is the whole what am I even doing? What am I doing? Am I effective at all? Do I help anybody at all? Am I out here just making a fool out of myself? And then like people drop off, right? I'm not talking about my chatters. I'm talking about like other people on here that, they don't talk to you as much, and you sit around wondering like, what the fuck did I do? So then you avoid them. And then that becomes a thing. And I do. Sometimes I feel some type of way, and I get that real life is hectic and it's chaotic, and you can't control, what's going on. And sometimes you just can't open yourself up to interacting with a lot of people. And I'm not exactly a social butterfly. I'm really not. I like talking to you guys, but I don't know. I'm just not that. Oh yeah, just throw me in here and I'll just, I don't want to have to always be on. I just want to be me. And when you go to somebody else's channel, you can't always be yourself. You gotta, or at least I feel like I have to earn my place there. Like I have to show them that I deserve that inclusion. And it's stupid, but that's my trauma. That's part of me that's damaged. Not thinking that. I mean, I don't know if other people feel this way and they don't admit it or they don't show it. I don't like to show it, but I have every interaction with anybody, including all you guys, where in the back of my mind, there's that voice going, they're just bored. They don't really like you. They're just bored. You're just here. You're not important. You're nothing. I hate that voice. And it's so easy to believe it. I've never had that feeling of self-importance. I've never just seen any value in me as myself. I've only ever growing up, I had to earn value as a person. If I wasn't useful, if I wasn't easy to manage, if I was any trouble at all, then I was nothing. And it's not like it was an assumed thing. It was, you're told you're useless. You're nothing. What are you even here for? And I can never shake that. I try. I do, Suzanne. I try all the time to tell myself, bitch, you're this, you're that. And I have moments where I'm like, like at my old job when I worked at Wallace, they used to laugh and call me the queen because I would hold court. And it's not like I set out to do that. I didn't I didn't go to work thinking, okay, everybody's going to pile into my room and surround me, and I just have to be there and they're happy about it. Like, that was never the thing. Is that what happened? Yeah. And I never understood it. Because I would go in and I'd sit at my desk and I'd always get there early because I wanted to get like my art stuff done before the kids got in because I wanted to surprise them. And I'd be sitting there and people would just pile in. And it's just one after another. And I'd look up and it'd be 15 minutes before the bell would ring. And, I'd have 10 people in the semicircle around me just talking at me. And just like, oh, did you? And it's just like, and I had to give attention to every single fucking one of them. And it was the weirdest thing for me because I didn't have to do anything. I just had to be there. Like when Vic and I were friends, my friend from school, Victor, he used to tell me, he was like, how do you do that? Do what? He was like, I walk in a room, nobody fucking notices. He was like, you walk in a room, you're not even looking at anybody. You just walk in a room, everybody's like, oh, look, there's Shelly. Shelly over here. Shelly over here. What? Like, yeah, I got stuff to do. I got to go this way. And they're like, oh. And he was like, you get attention the minute you walk in a room. He was like, you walk in that room and that room belongs to you. And you don't even have to open your mouth. How do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, but it happens all the time. He was like, and if I'm with you, he was like, I kind of feel like I'm not even there sometimes. Like, they don't even see me. I'm like, I see you. He goes, I know, which is weird. He's like, you don't see the people seeing you, but you see me. Yeah, because you're my friend. You're with me. Why wouldn't I see you? But you don't see them like looking to you for like asking you to, yeah, everybody asks me advice. They think I'm fucking Google. He's like, see, you joke about it, but it's because it's fucking funny. Like, why would you call me to ask me a question when you could have just Googled it? Well, because Google, I have to look through it all. You're just going to tell me step by step what to do. And if you don't know, you'll figure it out. Yeah, you know how I figured it out? I fucking Google it. Like, it just always drove me nuts because it's like, why do people always ask me this shit? Like, I'm nobody. I'm literally nothing. Like, why are you asking me this? And I have this thing about pedestals. I hate pedestals. It's really hard to stay on a pedestal. Those are the most rickety, unstable things. All you got to do is one little thing. And you're off that pedestal. You ain't never getting back on. That's a horrible thing. Especially when you didn't want to be put on that pedestal to begin with. I don't like pedestals. I want both feet on the ground. I am very, as romantic minded as I am and as emotional, I'm very practical for many things. I will call people out, no problem, but you got to usually ask me. I'm not going to just, like, I could see you going down that road and I'll try to give you hints that it's not a good idea. But unless you turn around and say, well, what do you think? It's like, you really want to know what I think? Yeah. And then I just, here you go. And they're like, why didn't you tell me that? Because it's not my business to tell you what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. Why would I do that to somebody else? But if you ask me, well, you ask the question, you better be ready for the fucking answer because I'm going to tell you. And I'm not going to hold back and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to candy coat shit like everybody else. If you're being an idiot, I tell you, you're being an idiot. And here's why. And here's what you could do to fix it. But I still don't get why they would ask me. Why ask me for advice? Do you not see how much I have fucked up my life over the years? I mean, it's just one fuck up after another. My whole life is a series of sounded like a good idea at the time. Like, or I fucking felt like it. Like that I was bored. A lot of shit happened in my life because I was bored. Hell, my whole relationship with Miguel happened because I just was bored one day. And I was like, I hate dating. Let me just pick one. Oh, God, he's not going to go away. If he's not going to go away, then I don't have to treat him well. That's low effort on my part. Yeah, right. But see, low effort gets you low quality. And he was the lowest quality. And I put in the lowest effort. I really did. I fully admit that. That fuck up was all my doing. I got Katie. I got Katie out of it. So I can't, I can't regret it. I don't have a lot of regrets. I really don't. There's things I do different, but there's things I wish I knew. But I don't regret anything. I had a full fucking life. I've lived so much more than most of the people I know. All these people that are like, yeah, I got a house and I got this and I got that. And look at all the money I have. And okay, but are you happy? Well, I mean, yeah, kind of. Oh, did you ever go like travel the way you want to? Well, no. Did you ever just do shit on a whim? Oh, no. You ever just, I don't know, just have fun just to have fun? No. Yeah, like all these things that they never went out did, they never went and experienced because they had something they had to protect and they didn't want to jeopardize it. I never thought that way. Ever. Were there things I protected? Sure. Did it stop me from doing the majority of things I wanted to? Nope. Nope. I just had to get real creative on how to protect them and do the things that I wanted to do. And I figured out a way. Like I said, I don't like being told what to do, and I really don't like somebody telling me I can't do something. You guarantee if you tell me I can't do something, I will show you that I can. And I will shame you with how easy I make it look, because I'm not going to tell you what the struggle is. But I mean, like, I'm proud of the things that I've done. I worked full time with special needs kids. I gave them 1,000%. I raised 2 special needs kids myself, by myself. No emotional support, no financial support, no physical support, no nothing, just me. I went back to school and I got my college degree and I graduated with a 4.0. I went and I had friends and I had a life and I had a sex life. I had, I didn't have relationships though, because as much as I had time for everything else, I didn't have time for that. I couldn't trust anybody. I never wanted to be in another relationship ever in my life. And I kept that for 20 years. I kept hard to that rule. The world is very different to me now. Different things take priority. Different things hurt than before, but I still go through every day wondering when it's all going to go away. When I'm going to lose it. Because whenever I'm happy, I'm like, I'm really happy. Who's going to come along and fuck it up now? Because somebody always does. Something always does. Is it because I think the world is bad? No, it's because somewhere deep inside I think I deserve it. I don't deserve nice things. And I'm trying my best cannot live in that mindset, but it creeps up on me like this week. Seeing the bad things mount up. They're just piling up. There's good stuff, but there's bad stuff too. And I feel it. I feel it from all different directions. And it's hard. It's hard to dig yourself out of that hole and to go, it's going to be okay. It is. It's going to be okay. Yeah, another rough patch is coming. Listen, bitch, we have been through really rough patches. This ain't shit. But then, like, I'll go and I'll stand up to go get something in the kitchen, and then I can't stand for more than 5 minutes, and it breaks me. Because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to being helpless. I'm not used to asking somebody to do something for me because it hurts to do it myself. I'm not used to not being independent. 100% independent. I take care of me. I take care of everybody else too. And part of that got taken away from me against my will. And I'm very fucking bitter about it. I'm very bitter about it. That's the main thing that's been on my brain this week. There's so much I still want to do. And I'm so angry that it got taken from me. Because I don't think I deserve that. Maybe I don't deserve a life full of joy and happiness or whatever, but I don't deserve the opposite end of that spectrum either. I'm good with a balance. Balance is good. You can put me right in the middle of that and I'd be happy. But I hate that it got taken from me and that it was such a big betrayal. Because my whole life I was told, it's okay. You could trust this, you could trust that. And I come to find out I can't. I can't. Because when I did, they just took everything from me. And now I got to fight 10 times as hard as I did before to do half of what I could do before. All the things that y'all take for granted, I took for granted. Standing at the stove and making an omelet, I took that for granted. I can't do that. I have to sit in a chair, but I can't just be normal and just stand in front of the damn stove for 10 minutes making a fucking Western omelet for myself, cutting stuff up or whatever. I can't do that. It hurts. I can't. I'll make the bed and then I'm exhausted. I gotta lay in it because that was all the energy I had. That was not me 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. That wasn't me. I was off. I was doing this, going to this place, going to that. Even like the doctor's appointments, go here, go there. Nothing bothered me. Nothing stopped me. Nothing stood in my way. And what's standing in my way is inside me. How do I fight that? How do I overcome that? How do I beat it? Because I'll be damned, I beat everything that ever tried to keep me down in my life. Be it a person, an opinion. I didn't give a fuck. I would fight tooth and nail. How do I fight me? How do I fight things I can't see? I had a very bad brain week this week where I couldn't grab information that I know is there. It's just I try to explain it to Winnie. It's like looking through frosted glass. I know it's there. I can see it, kinda, but I can't make out the details, so it's useless. I can't grasp it. The full message doesn't come through, so I can't do anything with it. And my mind is the thing I'm most proud of in my life about myself. My intelligence, my ability to recall information, for remembering the smallest details 40 years, 50 years after the fact. And I don't want to lose that. And I do. And people say things and I'm like, I know they told me about it, and I can't retrieve the information. And it's breaking me, and how do I fight that? I worked hard to know what I know. I studied and I read and I learned and I paid attention to lessons, to people, to environments, and I cataloged everything, and it's all in my head, and I can't. I can't get it. I have months where I'm really good and I only forget like a couple things, or like my short-term memory is just a little, like it just takes me a day or two to process something. It's fine. I'll remember it in a day or two or in a week. But I'm terrified of the day that I won't remember something permanently, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared. That's what's got me in this state. That's what's got me all fucked up. All the other stuff is just, it's just window dressing. But that's what it comes down to. I'm scared. I'm so scared. So scared. I'm not scared of heartbreak. I'm not scared of betrayal. I'm not scared of lies. I'm scared of me. I scare myself. And it's not even something that I intentionally did. And I'm mad. Oh, it makes me so mad. That's it, though. That's what pushed me into this mood, into the low, into wanting to dig a hole and just not come back out. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, God. Oh, that was exhausting. Oh. Oh, I feel so much lighter, I guess. Oh. Whew. All right. Oh. Well, I didn't expect that. Did you expect that? I didn't expect that. But so that's why I do this, because I think that I'm having a problem with all these other things. And I am. But then we hit that one point and the valve on the pressure cooker goes from just leaking steam to wide the fuck open. And I don't know what it is until it happens. And I can do that with you guys. I can just ramble and ramble and ramble till we hit on the real issue. All right. Time to make myself feel better and go back to chat and see what you're doing, because I couldn't, I can't do the verbal diarrhea without and still read. All right. Well, I ranted for a half an hour. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Salisbury steak is smothered in gravy. All right, so that's the only difference. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Salisbury steak, especially with like some sliced mushroom gravy. Like, oh my goodness. I'm definitely a mushroom girl. I like the fungus among us. It's fine. I had a friend once, I was doing the Thanksgiving dinner and he was on the phone with me and he was like, what do you make? And I was telling him the dishes. He goes, oh, my special recipe for mushrooms? And I was like, I don't have a recipe. I just cook them. Like, what the fuck? Mushrooms are tasty. I don't need anything more than, salt, pepper, little onion powder, little garlic powder, little cayenne, and you just cook them right in the frying pan and nice and just throw them on the side. You're good to go. Like, that's all I need for my mushrooms. It's not like I'm making mushroom caps or whatever. Those are different. I make an amazing crab-filled mushroom cap. Oh, it's to die for. It's covered in like special cheese. It's so good. But anyway. I wish my ears would pop. Because I feel like I'm deaf because I blew my nose so many times that my ears popped the wrong way and now they won't like unpop. It's like fuck. But yeah, no, I love gravy. Beef gravy. Dang Italians and their gravy. Girl, if I ever made you my gravy, you would just be like, yes, can you ship me like a couple containers of that every month? It's not like that store-bought bullshit. Mine is full of it's got tons of beef and pork and veal and so good. So good. So good. So many seasonings. It's just Rabbit. I'm back. You help me more than you know. Oh, Rabbit. Thank you. You're always there for me. Always. You're there for all of us. I mean, we're not saying that, that we love you to blow smoke up your ass. You are genuinely loved by all of us. Outpost Nerd, only 3 people talk to me outside of chat on here. Aw. I mean, you even have my phone number. You call me direct. So, he's like, I ain't going through Discord. She ignores Discord. I'm just going to call this bitch direct. Ellie, I talk to all of you, but you'd have to understand that I'm usually busy with house family. Absolutely. Life is busy, as it should be. If you have a life that's not busy, you get lonely. I like to stay busy. I like to be busy. I like to help. I like to do things. I don't like doing things I don't enjoy. Like, that's why my videos, I have tons of time to sit around and make like these elaborate videos. I hate it. I don't like doing it. It's not what I like doing, so I don't do it. I get the idea to do it, but the motivation is not there. Because if I'm not enjoying it, I don't want to do it. I've spent so much of my life doing things for other people that I didn't enjoy just because they needed me to do it. And I was better at it than they were. Because of course I was. I mean, there I'm conceited. If you tell me that, you can't do so, of course I'm going to go out and learn how to do it. Like I always say, there's nothing I can't do. I mean, I'm sure there's like physically limiting things that I cannot fucking do. Because either I'm a girl or I'm short or whatever. But for the most part, I mean, if it's a skill of some type, I might not learn how to do it well, but I'll learn how to do it. I'll be functional at it. Like I just won't be a master at it. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Although there are quite a few things that I think a lot of people can't fucking come close to me on, but that's all right. My cooking is one of them. Because I put my heart in my cooking. I don't enjoy cooking. I love cooking. Not the cooking part. I enjoyed feeding people. I want them nourished. I want them to bite into something and I want to see that like orgasmic look on their face that, oh my God, this is so good. You are welcome. Like I don't need the, oh my God, this is the best thing. No, just, you like it? You like it? It made you happy? Yeah. I love making people happy. I do. I love making people happy. It's sickening how much I love making people happy. Because I don't really like people that much. It's weird. I'm hoping medical PT gets approved in Kansas this time. It'll be better than pain. Medical pot. You can say pot in my chat. It's okay. You can call it Mary Jane, the ganja, cannabis, chronic, medical chronic. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. Take chronic for chronic pain. Ellie, I used to chase people down when I was younger, and now I won't. If somebody says hi, I try to respond. Though even if it takes a bit, and that's the thing. I'm like, I always wear resting bitch face. Except when I'm walking down a hall. Like when I'm walking, I'm smiling. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. If I'm just sitting there, I have resting bitch face. But if I'm passing somebody on the street, I smile at every fucking person that walks past me on the street. Even in the doctor's offices, somebody walks in and they're walking past the chair that I'm sitting in. I look at them right in the eye and smile. And it amuses the shit out of me, the reactions I get. Because some people are like, hi, how are you? Da-da-da. And other people are like I offended them in some way. Because I do spend most of my time smiling. I know it's weird. Listen, when I get low, I get low. You know, like, it's. Oh, sorry, all the crying. I have all this like congestion now. So I'm all icky. But anyway, yeah, when I cry, I ugly cry. It's terrible. My eyes right now, I look like an alien because they're like high beams. They're so bright right now. Like they're like this kind of crystal green. And I have cat eyes right now. Like that's that color green that like really like jumps out at you. But that only happens when I cry. I forgot what the fuck I was saying because I tangented. Oh, but no, like I do. I smile all the fucking time. It's stupid. I could be screaming at you and I'll still be like that, like I'm smiling because it's just whatever. And if I look mad, like in real life, like the one way that you could be absolutely certain you do not want to be the one I'm talking to is if my eyebrows form a deep V over my nose, over the bridge of my nose. Because once my eyebrows, like once the outside eyebrow goes up and the inside goes like really severely down, you're fucked. Because I'm mad. Like, no. My mother's just like, oh God. My ex-husband used to call it my vampire face. Because on Buffy, or my game face, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when the vampires would go all vampire mode, their eyebrows would get bigger and they'd protrude a little bit. They'd get bumpy and they'd tilt down and they'd like have this cluster of like just the skin would gather between and they just look mean. And that's what happens to me. I have very expressive eyebrows. I could move one without moving the other, and I could, make one like wave a little bit, but not wave like high, like wave like like an ocean wave, like undulate. But yeah, if my eyebrows are together in the middle, you're fucked. You are fucked. I'm about to like get violent. That's a very good indicator of I'm either going to get violent or I'm going to scream until the roof comes off the house. Like that's where you're at. But for the most part, I smile at people. And I know you would never think it because I don't really come off that way. But like, I'd be walking down the street with my son. He's like, do you have to smile at everybody? Yes. Why? He's like, because you smile and you're like, hey, hi, 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 hi. He's like, and then you're surprised when people stop and talk to you. I'm like, well, because yeah, it's supposed to be just a fleeting thing. Sometimes, people need a smile. I got plenty. They can have mine. It's fine. If it cheers them up even the slightest little bit, I'm happy. He's like, yeah, but then they start talking. I say, I know. And then they don't want to leave. Got his pub. Well, I've known you a very short time and 4 days of no lives, and I miss hearing your voice and input. Oh, you said that, and that really it did. You hit me right in the feels. I can't imagine I'm the only one that you've affected, and I feel selfish when I don't do lives. I do. I feel stupid for doing them because I'm like, who the fuck wants to hear from me? And then I remember that there are people who don't have that out there and look forward to it. And even if I'm talking about the dumbest shit, they're just like, they'll find some chuckle in what I say. And it makes them feel better. And I'm like, all right, even if I do 4 hours of bullshit, if I have a minute where everybody laughs, I'm happy for that minute. I will cherish that minute. And then the 4 hours are worth it. Harlem said, look in the mirror and straighten out your crown, queen. I know. I try to tell myself that all the time, but it doesn't always work. Shelly, you're important. Also, there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm that mother that's like, when the kid gets hit in the face when Stillwell gets hit in the face with the catcher's mitt, with the mitt, and he falls down. She's like, "What are you doing? Get in the dugout, honey. Get in the dugout." I'm like, that would be me. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Why are you still laying there? Are you going to lay there all day? Or are you going to come in the dugout? Like, what are you going to do?" Like, because I just love her. I think she was so like, in the beginning, she was so like, "Oh, peachy keen," or whatever. And then she like smartened up. And I was like, now we could be friends. Like, I could be friends with that chick. I could have been friends with any of them except for the little sister. I really couldn't. I could not deal with that. What about me? Kind of thing. Like, bitch, if you want the attention and you don't want it to be on your sister, get better. Don't look at me, look at me. I don't want to look at you if you got nothing to offer. Okay? You don't make me laugh. You don't make me feel any type of way. Like, you're inconsequential. That's why nobody paid attention to you, little sis. That's like the little sister syndrome. You know, oh, I have to be outrageous in order to get attention. No, you just got to be worth something. What do you offer? Well, I can do this, but your sister can do this better. So, like, maybe you should work on you instead of wondering why people aren't giving you shit for no reason. How about that? How about that? I'm very big on merit. I don't believe in giving people things because other people like them. That's one thing I mentioned the other day. I was talking to Winning about how it went in school and how, like, everybody used to like, oh my God, the superintendent is coming to the building. And it was all up, everybody's running around and they're crazy and they're doing this and they're doing that. And they'd be like, well, Shelly, you need to, no, don't. Oh, but I need you to, no, it's fine. But the superintendent, I don't care that the superintendent, she's a person. I don't give a fuck who she is. She's your boss. She ain't my boss. She's everybody's boss. If she don't like the way I'm doing my job, she can fucking fire me. How about that? But I'm going to keep doing shit the way I do it. I'm not going to kiss her ass. Fuck you. And that's what they, like, I have a lot of irreverence for that type of bullshit. And it drives people crazy. It's just like, there's, like, that's why I don't know what, I blame me being in the hospital as to why I fangirled on Steph the Alter Nerd. Because normally I'd just be like, hey, girl, I really enjoy your thing. So anyway, tell me about your, you know, I would just launch into either, you know, asking her questions or telling her one of my stories or whatever. Just like she's one of everybody else, because she is. But that night I was, you know, I was in the hospital. I was a little drugged up because they had me on a million different things. And I totally fangirled. And I'm still embarrassed about it. But it's like, whatever. I don't do that with people. The only person who ever left me speechless was Mick Jagger. That was it. I didn't even know Emilio Estevez was standing next to him. That's how little he registered. But to have Mick Jagger walk into the gas station and my mother's like hitting me, and turn around, I was like, oh, because this is fucking Mick Jagger, man. Like that. And then he left. My mother was like, you didn't say anything. I was like, it was Mick Jagger. Like, I totally like spazzed. I don't do that. Granted, I was young when that happened. So, I mean, I give myself a little bit of grace. But for the most part, you can introduce me to a really, really like high ranking person. I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't better than me. Fuck you. You're lucky I'm talking to you. That tends to be my outlook on life. You know, I don't. But that chick in League of Their Own, the little sister, I couldn't deal with that whiny, what about me kind of thing. I can't. Like, if you want to be noticed, be noticeable. How about that? You know, you want people to pay attention to you. What do you got to offer them? I'm just saying. Like, Meg had her own like personality. The one that Rosie played had her own personality. Even fucking Darla or whatever the fuck her name was with the ooh face, you know, there was still something uniquely, you know, just her. So yeah, she got attention. Was it always good attention? No, but she did stand out. If you don't do something that's uniquely you, how could you stand out to people? Why would they pay you attention if you're not giving them anything? I'm not saying fall over yourself, but be you to the 10th power. You know, don't hold your shit back. Don't hold back on your good stuff. Don't hide your personality. You know, if you want something, earn it. Every time. I don't believe in just doing things for people because they look a certain way or they have a certain name or whatever. Fuck that. That's how we got to this fucked up place in the world. Because too many people rely on that. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your name is. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what you drive. I don't care what you wear. I do care what you smell like because that's invasive. But I care about who you are. I care about what you stand for. I care about your ability to be real. I don't care about anything else. You know, you want to mean something to me, just be yourself. That's all. And don't bitch and moan about what you don't have and what somebody didn't give you or what you got cheated out of. All right, you didn't get this? Well, then go out and get it. The fuck? Nobody handed me shit. I have fought every step of the way for everything I've ever had. Every shred of respect, every dollar I've ever made, every friend I've ever had, every relationship, hell, I worked for my own goddamn orgasms. Like everything I have, I did. I never expected anybody to give me anything. And I still don't. I talk about the things deserving and everything, but it's not so much deserving. It's that I don't always see myself as valuable enough to get something, even though I put the work in. It always flabbergasts me when I get good things. Even though I put the work in, I still don't expect to get it. I hope. You know, I have faith that I've just increased my chances, but when I actually get it, I'm always shocked. Always. And I'm always afraid it's fleeting. Because nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Hell, I've proven even death isn't always permanent. How many times have I fucking died already? But I'm still here. Still here. Shelly, when both your parents are gone, yell, scream, cry, let it all out, then heal, because when they're dead, they can't hurt you anymore. Oh, I celebrated when they told me that that fat bastard that's my biological father died. When I made absolutely sure that he was dead, oh, I celebrated. Because I wasn't looking over my shoulder anymore. I wasn't, looking at shadows and praying he wasn't there. I wasn't afraid because he tormented me until I was 29 years old. Well, 28 years old. He followed me everywhere I went. He had a shrine of pictures of me that he took through the window from across the street of where I worked. Years worth. Years. Because some I was a file clerk, so I was in the front of the office. Some of them I was in the back when I was the controller's assistant in the back office. Some of them were taken at night when I was by myself, all alone in that office with, we always had the blinds open. We never closed them. It was a business. You don't close the blinds. He did that for years. He would think nothing. I'd be just walking along through the park and all of a sudden, boom, there's this fat fuck in front of me. How you doing there? How you doing there, Shelly? Like, and I just freeze. I would absolutely freeze. Because he had the potential every single time he ran into me. I was 3 or I was 6 or I was 7 or 8 or 9. I was a kid and I was helpless and I would just freeze. And I just wanted to die right there on the spot every time. He terrorized me. So yeah, when he died, I still felt a loss because that was, my father. And I loved him because he was my father. I didn't like him. I hated him in many respects, but I feared him more than anything. That man could make me feel dread like nobody else ever in my life. Hell, I forgave my rapist, but I couldn't forgive my father. Like even though like shithead showed up here one day, like, and tried to get in my house and, like do stuff to me. And I'm talking within like the last 3 years, but I'm not afraid of him. I mean, I'm a little afraid now because it's hard for me to defend myself, but I mean, I still have knives, but there's tons of little, shanks all around my house. But I'm not afraid of him. I'm still afraid of my father. He brought about that kind of terror that doesn't go away. But that how do I say it? He's just a memory. He can't hurt me, and I'm not going to ever let him get between me and my happiness ever again. He doesn't have that power anymore. He did for a very long time. He doesn't have that now. He's got no control over me. Yeah, when he died, I celebrated. I still celebrate. I mean, if my legs felt better, I would love to just do a little dance and hope that I'm dancing on his head in hell. But yeah, no, I don't want anything to happen to my mother. I don't. I can't imagine my life without my mother. But that doesn't mean that we have a good relationship. She's horrible to me. Horrible. But what am I going to do? She's still my mother. And you hope you're feeling better. Yes, thank you. How you been? And yeah, I'm sorry, Shelley. I wish you didn't hurt so much and have to go through this. It is what it is, babe. You guys help. I know hugs don't fix things. God, as Pub said, I know hugs don't fix things, but I sure wish I could give you a huge one. Aw. Yeah, there's somebody I wish would give me a huge one, but yeah, he's a little far away. But yeah, I take hugs. I take virtual hugs. Virtual hugs are the best. They are. Because I do feel it. I feel that energy, whether you guys realize it or not. Fuka Fauci deserves to be jailed in the lowest pits of hell for all this. I know, honey. I know. Thank you, nerd, for that. Rabbit, just reach out and we'll be here to help. If it gets too bad, you can move here. I would help take care of you. Girl! I love you, Rabbit. I really do. The fact that you're like, I would help take care of you. You got such a good heart, lady. I got no words for it. I don't. And I appreciate that more than anything. But I'm supposed to be taking care of you, not the other way around. Cut his Pub. I can't talk because now I gotta blow my nose. That's what. Well, you're the one who wanted to hear me, so here you go. Careful what you wish for. And I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but let me try to get through these chats because Winning has a show at 8:00, and I want to be there for it. There's no punishment cruel enough to bring him to justice. Yeah, I know. I needed a good cry, though. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes we all do. Better out than holding it in. Yep. Lazy Salisbury steak can be hamburger patty smothered in beef gravy with some mushrooms, maybe onions. You have to have a side. You always have to have the side of taters. I don't believe you can ever eat Salisbury steak correctly unless it's got taters with it. I'm fully on board with that. I ascribe to that, no problem. Okay, I'll bowl with you. Don't make me hungry, damn it. I've been meaning to put away my Christmas stuff, but had a problem around the 4th or the 5th, then got sick. So guess what I'm doing this weekend? Oh, it's the same. It's the same. I was just telling when it was like, why didn't you make the doctor's appointment? I was like, what excuse can I come up with? That I was just like, wait a minute, I don't need an excuse, bitch. I just got over COVID, and he was like, oh yeah, that's right. He was like, that's right. All right, you gotta pass, but get on that shit. Let's go. Those were not his exact words. Those are my words, but that was his meaning. And yeah, and I'm drowning, but at least I don't feel like that. There you go. You know what? Just do little things that you can get done. Little things that you can see make a difference. Sometimes, like when my whole house is in upheaval, I will literally sit here and organize like a foot of space so that it's all clean and clear, and I feel so much better. Welcome. What's up? You missed all the crying. You missed all the crying. We just had a really quick Alfredo and bread. Oh, nice. We ordered dinner today because I was like, my son was like, can we have cheesesteaks? I was like, it's fine. I ate a quarter of my cheesesteak. The rest of it is in the fridge. I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the energy to chew. So I'll probably eat it like around midnight or tomorrow, whichever. There's a joke in there somewhere. There's a joke everywhere. Taco soup tonight. Oh, now we're all talking about food. Leftover roast and making chimichangas. Nice. I love chimichangas. So does Deadpool. It's his favorite. And yeah, I made homemade chicken noodle soup at the beginning of the week, and it gave us life. Yep, right? I wish I would have felt good enough for it earlier. I'm so glad before I got sick, I made a huge freaking pot of turkey soup because I had this big turkey breast, this frozen turkey breast in the freezer that Connor was bitching that it was taking up too much room. So I was like, fine, give it to me. I'll make fucking soup. And then we all got sick. And it was like, oh, thank God I made this soup. Because it really was like, it was the only thing that any of us could keep down. Lady Awesome, I don't love cooking. I love eating. We just ate pork loin, barbecue sauce, mashed potatoes, and corn. Listen, I literally talked to Winning the other night for 2 hours straight. He didn't say a word except, All I talked about was shit that I cooked like on the normal. And he was just, Like that was it. And I was like, this man is like, this bitch needs to mail me food. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not fair. Like, you're moving down south, you're gonna cook, right? Like, because we'll visit. Like, come on, let's go. I walked my daughter through vegetable beef soup tonight. It made me want it. Yep. I did that the other day with my son when I was teaching him how to make stuffed peppers. He was like, just tell me so I can write it down. And I'm telling him. And then I was like, just go fucking make it. I was like, please, just because now I want it. I was like, don't make me get up and make it because it takes so much. Like, I would love it if I had like all like everything set up in the living room so that I could just do it here. Because my kitchen is too goddamn small for a chair and everything else. There's just not enough room. And the counters are way too high. If I sit in a chair, I'm like, my arms are like above my head because I'm short as shit. It wasn't made a homemade barbecue sauce glaze on top and cooked in the crock pot all day. So yes, it was yummy. Oh, love it. If you want to know you've pissed me off to the core, notice my left leg. It'll be shaking and my ears will be blood red. Oh, I know when I piss you off because as soon as I open my mouth, it's like, look at all the buttons I can push. Look at them. Look at them. I have a vein that runs down the middle of my forehead, and when I'm pissed, it pulsates. It looks a little hawkish. My kids and hubs know clear the room when the vein fills up. Mm-hmm. That's your high octane meter. When you're getting ready to go kaboom, that's when they lit the fuse. No, you didn't, bitch. What? I don't know. Castro, he loves quoting me, and I don't know what he's talking about. I don't speak your language. In your MERS. I almost messaged you on Discord asking you to stream earlier, but didn't want to bug you if you were busy or not feeling well. Well, there you go. You not only got a stream from me where I'm actually feeling much more peppy. You could hear it. You could hear it in my voice. I'm better. And I knew coming here would do that. It did. I knew coming here would do that. And there wasn't here's the thing. I could have easily done this with winning. I could have unloaded everything and he would have made me feel just as good, but I don't think it's fair to put all that on one person. That's a lot of pressure, especially when I know, his kitty is sick. I mean, that's really weighing on him. So prayers for his kitty, please. She goes in tomorrow for tests and a biopsy, possibly. She's going to get an ultrasound and possibly a biopsy. And she's so sweet and so young. And she's got the most pathetic little like, oh. And it's breaking us out. There he is. So just a little prayer for his kitty, if you don't mind. I would really appreciate that. And when my sister-in-law gets pissed, her eyes flash red. It's like super bitch activated. I love it. And there's my winning reality. I've been prepper for tonight's show. You moved it to 9? Or did it? Yeah, why'd you move it to 9? I was just wrapping up. You didn't have to do that. Yes, unveiling reality tonight. Absolutely. Make sure you meet us over there. I will be in chat, as always. Effort tonight is soup and grilled cheese. Rabbit, I'll be listening. Have to prep for doctor tomorrow. Good luck with the doctor. You're going to the eye doctor, right? To get the checkup, if I remember correctly, which I hope I do. Winning reality. Tomorrow, my sick kitty gets her ultrasound. This is how far behind I am. But see, I mentioned it before I've been ready. So see, you're on my mind. You're on my mind. She didn't call me bitch, by the way. Who didn't call you bitch? I would never call you bitch. Oh my goodness. That would be so rude. Oh, look, super chat. What is up with you? Look at that. Wolfram. Thank you for the $10 super chat. In the Army, I was at a gate once changing my guards. A 3-star general approached. My guards got nervous. He puts his pants on just like we do. And I called him to attention and saluted him. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You just ordered cheesesteaks? Get out of my head, winning. This is what we do. It's so creepy. We're so in sync. It's ridiculous. I love it. I bitch about it, but I love it. Thank you for another $10 super chat. Now that goes with the other one. Wolfram said, he returned my salute and said, as you were, guys, how y'all doing? Stopped and just chatted with us. He was very laid back. And that's the thing. And thank you very much for your 2 super chats. Very much appreciated. You're very sweet. I'm so new at accepting things from other people that it's just like, oh, but that was so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, like if you don't act all weird, people are very chill usually. It's only the ones I tend to go by footsteps. If you're one of those people who has to make noise walking through a room, I call that the look at me, I'm important, footstep. I'm going to treat you like you're a fool, is what I'm going to treat you like, because you want me to like kiss your ass and you ain't never going to get that from me ever. Ever, ever. It's not going to happen. Like, I don't give compliments for no reason. I give compliments when I think they're deserved. There are some people who have never gotten a compliment from me because I couldn't find anything I liked. Like, I'm not just going to like fluff up your fucking ego. Fuck you. You want a compliment, earn it. And the people that I think highly of, I tell them. I'm very free with telling people how I think of them and how I feel about them. Because why wouldn't I be? I don't lose anything telling somebody I love them. I don't lose anything telling somebody I think they're fantastic or I think they're amazing or I believe in them when I do. Now, if I don't, I'm not going to tell you, oh, I don't believe in you, but I'm not going to praise you either. I give praise to those I believe deserve it. And those are the people that I surround myself with. Because I don't need any mooches. There's enough people trying to mooch off me in life. I fucking married a vampire. Jesus Christ. Everybody that I have in my life is there because I see amazing things in them. I don't like having people around who are just drains or just, riding somebody's coattails. I don't go for that. You want me to respect you, you bring your best. Do you have to be on all the time? No. Everybody's allowed to have flaws. I love flaws. Love them. Love them. I love idiosyncrasies. I love quirks. I love that people are themselves. Just be you. That's all I ever ask anybody to be. Just be yourself. Now, if you yourself wants to fight with me, I'll take that too, but you better be prepared. I fight back. Don't be sneaky because some people aren't worth the fight. I'm just like, fuck it. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. You're useless anyway. You're irrelevant. But if you want to fight, like fight, let's go. Come on. Let's go. But we could be friends at the end of that. It's just that's part of your personality. All right. I don't care if you're contradictory. I'll just get contradictory back. I'll post art. Actually, Deadpool just loves the word chimichanga. Well, I mean, he loves to yell chimichanga. But listen, you know that Deadpool is my spirit animal. Like, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Deadpool. Do you know how off the fucking chain that conversation would be? That would be entertaining as fuck. Oh my goodness. And it definitely would not be playable on YouTube. I think like 2 seconds in, they'd be like, boop, black screen. T-Rex, I think I'm going to have air fried pork chops and steamed asparagus with garlic butter and maybe some rice. That sounds good. He means engine fried. Yes, he does, Winnie. Shelly, if you've never seen me 100% to my inner core angry. Why would I want to? It's not that I wouldn't care about seeing it. I wouldn't want you to get to that point. I don't want people to be angry. I just got done saying, I want people to be happy. Be happy. Winning reality. Needed more time. It got complex and I will be extra spicy tonight for sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love me some spicy winning. I do. See, I get the spicy winning all the time. Y'all don't get that. And trust me, he holds back a lot. The eye surgeon, yes. Oh, tissue grew over your new lens. Oh, stop. No, did scar tissue really do that? Does that mean you have to have another operation? I hope it's not as invasive as the first. Maybe it's a quick fix. That's what I'm going to hope for. I'm going to hope that it's a quick, easy fix for your rabbit. And maybe this time when they tell you to relax your eyes, you don't choose to mod for 4 different streams at once. Please. I'm just asking, please. When they say rest your eyes, maybe you'll actually rest your eyes this time. And yes, I called you out for it because I care and I don't want you, getting worse. I want you to get better. T-Rex, member for 2 months. Awesome. You sound so much happier. I'm so glad we could help. Yes, you guys help just by being there. Just by being there. And I don't feel like I'm overwhelming anybody, by doing this, because it's your choice to sit here and listen to me. I'm not going to hold it against you if you're like, I don't want to listen to this and click out. If you're here, it's because you want to be here. Outpost nerd. My best friend's step uncle was a 3-star general in the Marines, and when I met him, he was a down-to-earth guy who joked with us about eating a whole slice of pizza in one bite. Ugh. Oh, you just made my acid reflex go, no. That's a lot of carbs right there. I'm thinking about getting a Deadpool mask. I love Deadpool. I actually have a Deadpool mask. I don't know where it is. I have a picture of me in it, though. I'll have to post that one day. And I have a Deadpool head. He's literally on the shelf right next to me. And if I turn it on and he talks and he blinks and he makes expressions and he'll talk for hours. You don't even have to interact with him. He will just talk about the most random fucking shit. And I love it. My friend Manny got it for me for Christmas in 2020. He got it for me. And he read by, he was like, I know, you're home and, we all did the isolation thing, but, now you're doing remote teaching. He's like, so you're always in the house. I wanted you to, not feel lonely. I was like, oh, you gave me a Deadpool head. So cute. But I love it. It's right next to me. The Come and Go gas station chain is being renamed because they were brought out and the new CEO didn't like the double entendre. Sad day for the nation. That is a sad day because not for nothing. If you want a memorable friggin', name for your company, that's it. God, I would love to have a friggin', we had Sitco, we had Gulf, we had Texco, and then we just called it Hank Service. But the Come and Go, come on. Come on. Winning said, I'd imagine Nerd 100% angry to the core would look like Eric Cartman in a raid. Oh my God, when he fried that chip in his head, when he's like, yes, absolutely. That's 100% Nerd. You do realize Cartman has killed people and fed them in chili to their kid, right? Whatever. I can see you being a little bit of a cannibalist. You never know. I remember Tootin' Totem. Oh my goodness. I want a Mando helmet as well. Oh, that'd be cool. My dad called it Fart and Fetch 'em. Oh. Rename it the Stop and Steal. Oh wait, that's every store in a blue city. What's going on, Rumble? I know you're off to the side and I forgot about you. Jacob, I fucked up really bad. Wait, where am I? I gotta go back. Question all authority. Yes. I'm proud of you for that. Thank you. That was with me not smoking so much weed. Yeah, it isn't the universal motivator. It's like I was gonna live stream and then I got high. And then I got high. Everything is, and then I got high. I was gonna go to the store and then I got high. Sometimes hard to tell criticism is meant to belittle or criticism is meant to strengthen. Yeah, I don't like people to be critical just to be a dick. Don't do that. There many times, sometimes just shut the fuck up about whatever you're thinking. Not everybody needs to know your opinion on something. If it's a world global thing or whatever, it's a public thing, fine. But if somebody's doing a stream and you didn't like something that they did, don't go in the chat fucking have fun and be like, oh, I don't like when you're talking about this. Or like the other one, oh, I already covered this. Like, I told you not to do this. Fuck you, you told me not to do it. Who the fuck are you? It's not your channel. Go do your shit on your channel. Go be gay over there, you fanook. But, you know, there are certain times, shut the fuck up. Like, your opinion don't matter. It really don't. It's your opinion. You're being an asshole. Keep it to yourself. But if it's something helpful, something that you're doing for the right reasons, yeah, sure, absolutely. I love when people are like, you curse too much. I'm like, really? Thanks a lot. I appreciate your fucking input. Like, I mean, and you can take it and shove it up your ass because I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. Does it bother me that they had to criticize me? Yep. Because if you don't like the way I talk, don't listen. It's that simple. If I'm not your cup of tea, go have a cup of water. You can't take the spice? Go fuck off. Like, that's it. I'm not trying to be somebody who's like, oh, you think you're edgy. I never said I was edgy. I'm me. I'm me. I don't think I'm edgy. And you know what? You want to like talk about, you don't think you think you're this, you think you're that. You think you're brave because you're behind a screen and have a keyboard and I can't punch you in the face from there. But I guarantee if you were to stand in front of me face to face, I don't think you would say anything except, hi, how are you? My name is da-da-da, and you'd just be nervous because I do tend to make people nervous. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm intimidating as fuck, and I don't try to be. I just come off that way. It's a Jersey thing, I guess. It's a northern thing. But, you know, they're all brave behind a keyboard. And they all got some shit to say. And I'm like, but you would never say this shit to my face. Because you're a fucking coward. Say it to your face. I don't got a problem with it. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. I enjoy saying it to people's faces because I like to watch them go, oh, how they get that, how dare you kind of like if I can't offend you, then I'm not doing my job right. Like I'm not being authentic. He's got his eyes on the Mando thing. That's cool. And Bo-Katan. Oh, he was the male Mando with Bo-Katan season 2. Yep. It's just repainted Boba Fett. All right. I got drunk and did that to Mindset once. Ooh. Mindset, I don't know. I liked him so much in the beginning. And then he just got so dick hard on his own juice. It's ridiculous. It's like, I can't. I did that in an uncivil gun stream. And he said, why not send it in a super chat? I responded, didn't cost me a thing to get a response. And you felt bad the next day and you never feel bad. Never feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't, because people let shit go all the time. They just unload on, the masses. And then when you do it back to them, they're all fucking butthurt. Like whatever I give, I can get. I can take my medicine. Thank you very much. Is it going to hurt? Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and cry over it and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that to me. No, if I come at you and you come at me, I think that's good. It's a good thing. It's a fair exchange. I said I didn't feel bad at all. I'm sure you didn't. Hubby puts me on a pedestal. I've told him from day one that I'm the most imperfect person on the planet. Oh, I have tons of flaws. I have tons and tons of flaws. So much. But you know what? Darth said I prefer a podium to a pedestal. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I talk. But I put all my bad stuff out there. I don't hide it. I don't pretend I'm better than I am. I tell you outright, I'm such a fuck up. Such a fuck up. Like, I require adult supervision. I make terrible decisions. Terrible. That's what I have winning for. He's like, no. Right now, he's trying to deprogram me because I keep humming the same song. The same fucking song for like 2 months. I've been doing this. And I don't know. It's Summer Breeze. I don't know why. I don't even know the lyrics to the goddamn song, but I can't get it out of my head. And whenever we have like downtime, I'll start and he goes, no. And I'm like, what? Oh, I was doing it again. So I'm like, sorry. But he's got to stop me because I'll just hum it for like 15 minutes. And it's the weirdest thing. And I hate that song. Hate it. I'm the same way, Shelly. I give what I get. Yeah, but you got more of a temper than me. I've learned to control my temper over the years. At your age, though, I had the same temper. I did. Rabbit, if I tell somebody to F off online, I would say it in person. Oh, yeah, I know you would. It's the ones who would never do it in person that I have a problem with. And you said, hey, Daisy. Daisy's been over on Rumble, keeping them company. She's my Rumble girl. I've had the theme to Jurassic Park stuck in my head for years. Listen, you're never going to meet somebody who sings randomly as much as I do. I literally do it every minute. I don't know how it doesn't drive Winning crazy. Because he's talking and I'm humming. I was singing a song. I'll yawn and be like, oh, green giant. Just for no fucking reason. Because that's what popped into my head. The other day, what popped into my head? Oh my God. There's all sorts of jingles. Be in the middle of doing something super serious, and I'm like, my baloney has a first day. I just go up and say, I wish I could see his face sometimes. Because I'm like, he's got to be sitting there going, oh, not again. Like this girl. Like, whatever. And then you met me. Ha, sucker. Yeah, I know, Darth. A lot of people, like I said, you are not everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people don't know how to take you. I appreciate you for who you are. You have good and you have bad, same as me. But like I said the other day, we're very good in small doses. It's when you and I get comfortable that we really bring out the worst in each other. So I'm trying to avoid that this time around. Jacob Kessler said, I fucked up really bad, seemed to have ruined everything, yet that one thing leads to a series of events that led to my daughter. Yep. And wouldn't have happened otherwise. And that's my thinking. Yep. That's why I don't have regrets. My awesomeness and perfection is often unappreciated. I appreciate your awesomeness. I do. Perfection, if seen through the eye of a needle, maybe. But I don't think anybody's perfect. I think we're all perfectly imperfect. And I dig that. I don't want somebody who's perfect. That's so fucking boring. Somebody who does something right all the time. Ugh. What's one of my favorite things about T-Rex? The way he can monumentally fuck up a text. His typos are legend. They make me laugh like nothing else. I mean, I love them. He hates them. I fucking love them. I do. I love them. They're great because it's just T-Rex is busy and he's just being T-Rex and he's like, fuck it, I ain't reading it. I'll just send it. He even does it in super chats. He will send a fucked up super chat and then be like, oh, and then send another super chat with the correction. I'm like, you didn't need to do that. He's like, yeah, nobody bothered me. Like, okay, fine. Yeah, Dart said, you don't know that though, because you never had the chance to take option 2, Castro. Yeah, but see, that's when you have a kid, you don't want any other option because you can't imagine not having that kid. They're like, oh, well, you wouldn't even know. It doesn't matter. I don't want to have a life without that kid in it. You know, maybe it would have been a different kid or whatever, but this is the kid I got. This is the kid I love. I'm not willing to trade that for anything. For an easier life? Fuck no. I've walked through fire so many goddamn times for my kids because they're worth it. And I'll continue to do that till the day I die. They're my kids. Would I have loved more? Absolutely. I told you I would have loved to have a dozen kids. But I got my two. They're fucking pains in my asses. And I love them with every single thing that I am. Everything. They are everything. They're my family. You know, family is everything to me. I didn't get the family that I needed or wanted, so I made my own. And I add to it. I wasn't born with the family that appreciated me or loved me, to be quite frank. So I created a family that was just mine. And I could pour all the love I had into it. And maybe I'd get it back, maybe I wouldn't. So far, so good. So it's been 28 years since I started this little family experiment. I think we're on the right track. Now I just got to grow my family, you know? And if it blows up in my face later, I still have the memories. I don't look at things like nothing's ever a total loss. You know, maybe things don't always work out, but for as long as I have that family unit, I will cherish every good moment for the rest of my life. I won't discard them just because of bad shit that happens. I can imagine an alternative universe where things are better, would be a different daughter. Maybe I wouldn't trade it. Maybe, but I wouldn't trade it. Yeah, no, absolutely. No matter how good, because this was supposed to happen. And that's how I look at it. I have you guys. I've been through so much. And I've struggled. I've made bad decisions. But it got me here. And I love where I'm at. You know, I love the people in my life. I might not like, you know, what my fucking body is doing to me right now, but, you know, I can't change that. So I can't focus on it. What I can focus on is the love that I have in my life, the acceptance and the generosity and the care and the honesty and the reliability and the consistency. All the things I never had before. And I'll take it. And I will hang on with both hands for as long as I can. And let me tell you something. To get to this place in my life, I'll go through all that bullshit all over again. I don't care. It's worth it. To me. Elephant, bullshit. You deserve the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't believe it, but but I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate that you believe it. Write it down every day. Keep it on your bathroom mirror. Look at it every day until you believe it. Yeah, that don't work for me because that little voice in my head. And I just got to get out of this fucking apartment. I do. I got to get out of this apartment, be able to literally stretch my legs. It's okay to deserve things, just don't expect them. Yeah, I know. I only expect bad things. I mean, that's, you know, but that's me. I'm very, you know, doomsday Daisy over here. Not to use your name, Daisy. I didn't mean to do that, but it was the first D that popped into my mind, which, well, maybe not the first, but the first D name. All right. Bullshit. You deserve a life full of joy and happiness, but life is not rainbows and kittens, even if happiness you get trials. Yeah. Sounds like you're learning humility and how to become more humble. You're going to have to learn to let others help and take care of you. I don't know if that's being humble. It's not that I grew up thinking, oh, I can do it myself. It was that I grew up thinking I had to do it myself because nobody else was going to do it. So, like, my independence was bred out of necessity rather than personality. Like, it became a part of me because I couldn't depend on I could only ever expect for somebody to smack my hand if I reached out for help. That's my lesson in life. So now I have to unlearn it because these are different people. Not everybody is my family, like the way they were. So, Jabe Castro, I used to run marathons, jump out of airplanes, hundreds down, bath party, and Taliban. Hunt down, I'm going to assume you say hunt down Taliban or whatever. Now I need a break from tying my shoes. Yeah. Hunt down. There you go. Hunt down, bath party, and Taliban. And now you got to, I know. Trust me. Listen, tying your shoes it's hard work. Okay. Because sometimes it's just like my head is like, oh, no, we didn't like that. No. Let's not invert the body, please. Please. I think I just heard a pin drop. I'm sorry, honey. I'm going to stay shutting up. There's no time for crass jokes or assholery. Nah, I thought we passed this point. No, that was the point. Yep, that was it. We did. You found the pressure valve and it went kablooey. Shelly, you're a daughter of God. Don't ever forget. He loves you and he knows that what you're going through. Hold on to your faith with all you've got. And when you can't hold on, ask him to carry you. And I do have a very good relationship with God. It's gotten better as I've gotten older because I understand more. But I don't expect him to fix my problems. He gave me the tools to fix my own problems. And I just kind of hope that he gets a little more protective of me as time goes on because he hasn't protected me, in the past. So I think God's more like that, I love you. Now go do what you need to do. Like, go. I gave you everything. You just got to find a way to access it. But I don't expect him to carry me. I just hope that he takes care of the people that I love. That's all I ever ask God for. And sometimes I'll say, just get me through today. Please. I don't care if you make me sleep more. I don't care if you just give me something really absurd to laugh at. Just get me through today because I can't do it on my own today. I can't. And I know he's there. That's how you know people are fucking lazy. There's always time for assholes in the ghetto. You ain't kidding. That's how you know when people are fucking lazy, when they panic because the boss is coming. Yep. If you're about your shit, you ain't got nothing to be worried about. And that was the thing. Like, the superintendent's coming. So the fuck what? Like, I do my job. What's she going to say to me? If she's got something to say to me, I have a counter to that. Like, don't tell me how to do my job, bitch, because you couldn't do it. You haven't been in a classroom in, 30 years? Fuck you. Like, I can't. Oh, God, that's like all those people that would come into the gas station with their mechanic knowledge, haven't ever touched the inside of a car except to turn it on. Like, stop. They're like, I think it's the catalytic. Da, da, da. Shut up. This kind of car doesn't even have a catalytic converter. Like, can't. No, make sure you use the good stuff. The good stuff. What do you think is the good stuff? And then they'll like throw out a brand, and I'm like, ooh, like I wouldn't even put that in my enemy's car. Like, do you think that's the good stuff? Oh, well, it's the most expensive. Yeah, that don't make it the most efficient. Really don't. I don't know. People, they confuse price with like quality, and those two things don't always go together. They really fucking don't. Boss asked me what I was up to. I told him I was fucking off today. Knows I'd make it up. There you go. There you go. We're 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Just saying. I don't act like a queen, though. I'm not frou-frou. I don't expect anything. I'm a giver. You fucking know that about me. So to have people like always like surrounding me, just like, oh, yeah. It was just like, what is your problem? Like, can't go find another friend. God. It's like, go. Because in person, it gets to be a little much. Especially when they're like And it's always that I don't know why they were always the types of look at me, look at me, look at me. Don't look at anybody else because I get jealous. Look at me, look at me, look at me. But there's 50 fucking people saying that to me at the same time. I'm one person. Why don't you all become friends with one another? Oh, I don't like those people. Do you know how stressful it is to be friends with people who don't get along with each other? And then you got to individualize your friendships. That drives me crazy. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because, like, why do you like that person? Because I do. Why does it bother you? You don't have to like them. I like them. Go do your thing. That was in work. That was always the why do you talk to that person? Because I find them amusing. I don't like them. Well, Lottie fucking die for you. I do. What's the book? Be the Chocolate Milk. Nice. We're going to Fashion Kings and shit. Christmas. Think that R.I.P. to Gonzalo Lira, formerly known as Coach Red Pill. Now known as Coach Dead Pill. Ah! Killed in custody of Ukrainian government. Oh, geez. Abandoned Rumble. No, I'm still on Rumble. Yeah, you tell them shut their dirty whore mouths. Absolutely. Still on Rumble. YouTube sucks. I'm running through. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to like wrap this up. Pennzoil. Never use Pennzoil. No. Oh my God. Pennzoil. My ex-husband used it when we were making the first trip with the Cutlass from Jersey to Kansas. And he didn't tell me that that's what he was using. And we broke down in St. Louis. And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, I just put new Pennzoil. I was like, you used what? Pennzoil. Why would you do that? What would you want me to use? So I was like, dude, not that. I was like, oh my God. You literally are killing your friggin' system, but whatever. And we were stuck there for hours. I hate Pennzoil. The comment about being perfect was what I tell my husband about myself. I know, honey. I know. It's good to be imperfect because, I mean, if you're perfect, it's like, bleh. Traveling's not bad. I had several friends who don't get along. Darth, you literally have a mosh pit of people who can't stand one another. I think it's funny. That's why I think it's hilarious when I go in your chat and everyone's just like, oh my goodness. I'm like, what? Do you think I'm going to come in here and be like, you motherfucker, you motherfucker? No, I don't have that kind of energy. All right. So that was Castro who said that nobody ever doesn't appreciate my awesomeness. Oh, whatever. Outpost said it took me a while to get used to Darth because the first time I talked to him, he was drunk and cussed me out and screamed at me. That sounds like a day that ends in a Y. Like, oh, Rabbit said it, Darth Hideous, you're my cup of tea with a little honey. Oh, she's so cute. Outpost said, oh, guys, she loves us. I do love you. I love you. I love you. I want to hug you and squeeze you and love you. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Takes me hours to do what used to take minutes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it takes me days. I'm thinking about this move, and all I keep thinking about is who can I hire to do the work I can't do? Like, I'll just, because I ain't gonna be able to do it myself. Yeah, that definitely sounds like me. Yep. All right. So I feel better. I got a lot off my chest. Nothing like, groundbreaking. But yeah, we hit the nerve finally. Yeah, I'm scared. I have to understand that it's okay to admit that I'm scared. I don't have to be tough all the time. But yeah, I don't want to lose my intellectual abilities. My brain is very important to me. It's the thing I'm most proud of because I worked really hard to get it to where it is, and to have something that I didn't sign up for take that away pisses me off, and it terrifies me. But yeah, it's been bothering me more and more and more. And yeah, that seems to be the big hot button thing that was pushing me down. So I thank you guys for sitting here for 3 fucking hours while I bitched. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for being members. Thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for being the most awesome chat on the tubes and on Rumble, because chat is good, chat is wise, and chat knows all. I love my chat. I do. And I really needed you guys. Now, tonight, in 1 hour, please join me over on Winning Reality's channel, and we'll be doing Unveiling Reality. I can't remember what he was going to talk about, but I know it's very interesting. Well, from Thank You for Being You Show. Thank you. What Daisy said, damn it, I thought she was going to say he used it for sex. They have lube up. No. Girl. First of all, there's no lube required. Okay? Like, I'm not that girl. I am very well prepared for everything. All natural. No can do. I have a show of my own due in 3 minutes. I know. I'll watch yours later when I go to bed. I'll listen to yours when I'm like winding down, because that's usually what I do. But I will catch it later. Goddess Pub, you're so awesome, Sean. Thank you, Goddess Pub, and thank you very much today for saying, girl, you know, where you been? Like, I miss you. Like, what's going on? Same thing for Lady Awesome. I needed that. I needed that kick going, okay, you can't just fade away. Like, we know you're not here. Come back. Let's go. Now, Friday's show, I am thinking that 9:30, like 9:30 is a better start time. So I'm going to try starting at 9:30 from now on, because a lot of you aren't awake at 8 o'clock in the morning, or you're busy, you know, with the kids or whatever. And I want to be there more for like everybody's like nap times and, you know, like the, you know, winding down, and when everybody on the West Coast is like getting up, people in Texas are getting up, you know, I want to make it more of a user-friendly time. So I will be going at 9:30 Friday morning to test out that time slot. And then we'll see from there if I should go a half hour earlier or a half hour later. So we'll see how that goes. All right. In the meantime, thank you guys for helping me out. I love you. I needed this. I needed Outpost Nerd. Well, shit, I'll be aware. Well, then you'll just have to be rewatch crew, won't you? What'd you get me for before? Like 15 minutes? Besides, you don't like when I play the clip, and I play the clip all the time. Because I love that clip. But thank you guys for being here. And just so you know, I remember.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Because I couldn't leave without playing that. I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. So yeah, the new time is 9:30 Eastern on Friday. We'll see how that goes. And, you know, I'm very flexible. We'll go back and forth and, you know, see how it works. But thank you. I feel much better. I mean, you could hear it. I sound like I feel better. So I will see you guys in either Winnings chat or other people's chat, most likely Winnings chat. And I'll see you Friday morning, 9:30 sharp. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the funny papers. Mwah. And thanks again. Love you all. Really.
Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a
And doggone it, people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. a girl from Jersey. She was looking so fine with her hips so curvy. I wanna over down to Seaside Heights and a boardwalk fight at the end of the night. Hey, hold up, got a situation, got condensation from the girl's gyration. She's hot like the girl next door with a tig gold bitties that I can't ignore.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I'd be